Good morning. It's 9:06 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. My name is Chris Hand. Show's brought to you by our friends at Better Water LLC. Water filtration systems, water softeners. You can get those at betterwater.com. We got Mason Fleming producing. We got Joan Jones in the newsroom. We got President Trump. Where is he? He's in Turkey?
He's in Turkey.
He's in Turkey. Is it Turkey or is it Turkey?
Oh, it's Turkey.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Far as I know.
All right.
Who said Turkey?
I don't know. Some people say tomato, some people say tomato.
Uh-huh. Don't say Turkey.
Wait, it's not turquoise?
No. It's not turquoise either.
Are you sure?
Could have sworn.
I don't know how to pronounce their president's name either, to be perfectly honest with you. Erdogan? Erdogan.
It's the way it
Sometimes,
looks.
like, I'll be reading these world leader names, and I feel like I'm reading the Bible. I'm like, I don't know. Is this Dagon? Dagon? I don't know what this guy is. Who's this false god?
Yeah, please don't call on me to read out loud.
Yeah.
It's one of the Baals.
We were doing a Bible study yesterday, and I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know how to pronounce any of this stuff, so I'm gonna say a little prayer, and I'm gonna just move forward, and I'm gonna read it with confidence. But I'm probably going to mess up. And I do the same thing here on the show. Anytime a world leader comes up, I will read it with confidence.
Oh, we know.
Incorrectly. But I'll say it so my wife gets on me all the time because I'll say something with like sheer confidence and I have no idea. I have none. She'll be like, "Are you sure about that?" I'll be like, "No, I don't know." Like I was fixing the dryer. And I was like, all right, I ordered the part. We're going to get it fixed. We're good to go. And she's like, okay, but are you actually good to go? Or are you
sure about that?
Or are you hoping that you're good to go? I said, I'm hoping. But I'm confident that I'm hopeful. So that's what I do. Erdogan.
You got it.
What weird jibber jab language does a G make a W?
In Turkanese.
Okay. Is that the technical term?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. As long as you see, you should have owned that with a little more confidence, Joan.
Oh, see, if I just had more confidence when I said it, you would have believed it.
I would have. Like hook, line, and sinker. I'll take the bait.
Chris, that's Turkanese.
See, thank you.
See?
If you had done it with that authority, that level of authority, I would have complied. I probably wouldn't have complied.
No, I don't think you would have.
We got a lot to get to today. I'm really excited. Graham Platner is accused of rape, so that's probably a weird segue. Graham Platner, Nazi tattoo guy, Senate candidate in Maine, he is going to be dropping out soon, right? Like, is there any surviving this at this point in time? I don't think so. But we'll find out. A lot of major Democrats are calling for him to drop out of the race. Some major Democrats are rescinding their endorsements. Ro Khanna, Ruben Gallego. You got to say it with confidence. So they're all running away from Nazi tattoo guy. Finally, we wondered if this was going to happen like 4 or 5 scandals ago. And we knew that this was a trash candidate, but here we are. Now, part of me is like... Because they're gonna put somebody else up, right? Like they're gonna have a window of opportunity here, right? Will they have a window of opportunity to get another candidate in there? I don't really know the specifics, but we'll dive into it later on in the show. And I'm looking forward to talking about that. Then we'll talk about some midterm stuff. We got some immigration updates, and then we'll talk about President Trump getting some prices lowered at some major American retailers and the Trump accounts going live. But I do want to begin with the NATO summit, which is happening. People are saying that Donald Trump got the dream team together. He got the whole squad. They're rolling deep to Turquoise.
Turkey.
I actually like Turquoise.
I think that's the best pronunciation. I'm just saying.
And I'm sorry. I thought this was America, where we see España and we say Spain. So I actually don't see anything wrong with me pronouncing it however the hell I want, because I am, in fact, an American.
United States of America.
Is that what they mean by freedom of expression?
I think maybe.
Yeah.
Side note. So I mentioned today we had a couple electricians over at the house yesterday. We had Mike and Joey, and the guys, I mean, they were great. But one of the electricians said to my wife, hey, can I ask you a question? And she's like, yes, go on. She always gets nervous, right? Because Lord knows I say some outlandish things. And he goes, where's Chris from? And my wife went, are you wondering if he's Canadian? And he's like, yes, I'm wondering if he's Canadian. He's not Canadian. I am not. I'm from the United States of America, damn it. And that's why I can say turquoise, because we just rename things. I don't care.
It's our First Amendment right.
It's like literally brave men died for me to be able to say turquoise. I might even go full bore and do that on Thanksgiving too. I might. I need a little more gravy for my turquoise.
Please do. Please do.
I don't know. Then people might be like, he is French Canadian. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to start any rumors. But Donald Trump is in NATO.
Yep.
The NATO summit in Turquoise. And this is one of those things. Anybody listening, they're never going to be able to. They're going to hear turkey from now on. They're going to think Turquoise.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. We don't do it for us.
We do it for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Turquoise. I think it's funny. Anyway, Donald Trump rolling deep. He's got he hopped on Air Force One with Marco Rubio, Bessent, Hegseth, Stephen Miller, and a lot of guys. At the same time, yesterday, Iran resumed some attacks in the Strait of Hormuz. So I'm sure that this is going to be a big topic of conversation behind the scenes at the NATO summit. Here's the latest on Iran, and then we'll get into the NATO stuff. Iran's military fired at least 2 missiles at commercial ships transiting the Strait of Hormuz Monday night, 2 U.S. officials have told Axios. The reported attacks threatened to unravel the Memorandum of Understanding signed less than 3 weeks ago, under which Iran agreed to halt attacks in the Strait of Hormuz. And they come after a 1-week agreement between the U.S. and Iran on halting attacks in the strait expired. The U.S. is likely to retaliate with strikes against Iranian targets. The United Kingdom Maritime Trade Operations said Monday that it had received a report from a tanker traveling south near Oman. Again, it's my right as an American. Along the Strait of Hormuz coast that had been struck by an unknown projectile causing a fire. A U.S. official said a second commercial vessel had been struck by an Iranian missile, and both vessels suffered significant damage, but no casualties, thank God. A round of indirect talks between the U.S. and Iran in Doha, Qatar last week ended without much progress on the issue of the Strait of Hormuz. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on in Iran. I'll be honest with you. I'm hoping for peace. I'm hoping that it works out. We're just starting to see the gas prices drop, and I don't think anybody wants to see increased hostilities as we move forward. But I imagine that this is going to be discussed in Turquoise during the NATO summit. President Trump got massive praise from President Erdogan, saying that he and Turkey have a special relationship. They landed a little while ago, and they jumped right into things, and he had to sit down. You ever see the Oval Office sit down where the president has a guest in? Kind of looks pretty similar to that. Is it a palace in Turkey? I don't know. It might be. But they got Trump in there sitting down with President Erdogan, and they're talking about Turquoise.
Beautiful, and you've been a great leader and a respected leader all over the world. And we really do. We've had right from the beginning good chemistry. We've had a very special relationship. Turkey has become, under the president, a very powerful country militarily. People don't know how powerful, actually. They have a lot of our equipment, and they have a lot of great soldiers, and they're really somebody to be reckoned with. And the nice part is that because of the relationship that we have, it's all gone very well. I just want to say that I have a lot of respect for the president, and I think it's really to the benefit of both countries. We're going to be talking today about trade.
And the trade talks are going to be happening. President Trump also announced that he's seriously thinking about selling some F-35s to Turkey. And he said it's because they've been better allies than other nations. And I mean, you tell me what you think that is. It seems like a thumb of the nose to NATO allies.
Are you going to sell F-35s to Turkey? And what about the legal restrictions?
Well, it's a decision we're going to make. We have a very good relationship. I would think that many people, I can tell you, many people, including the people sitting right here, thinks, why wouldn't we do that? We have a better relationship with Turkey, and Turkey's been in many ways much more loyal than other countries that we think would be loyal. So, yeah, it's something certainly we would consider. It's a great plane. It's the best, currently the best plane by far. And it's certainly something we will consider, yeah.
So that's on the table. It's something that they're going to be talking about. They're going to be talking about trade. Maybe that will sweeten the deal. President Trump says, yeah, we'll think about it. That's not a yes. That's not a no. I mean, I do that with my kids all the time. Dad, can I get this? I'll think about it. Something I'll certainly think about. I'll certainly think about it. They went on to talk about, he was talking about President Erdogan, and he says that they get along really well.
And some people you don't. Sometimes you get along with the toughest people, like him, and sometimes you don't get along with the weakest, most pathetic people. You just don't get along. Maybe you don't respect them, but from the day we met, we got along.
And I mean, things look good so far in Turkey. President Trump and Erdogan's having a sit down. This is all dropping moments ago. I'm reacting to these clips in real time. I haven't had much time to preview them because they've literally just come down. But President Trump said that he's doing good. $19.2 trillion being invested in the United States. He also brought up the rigged election of 2020. This was the president moments ago making these statements.
Some of them are new. We don't know them. But, I've been doing this for now sort of a long time. If you count the 4 years where we had a rigged election, it was very much into politics then too. But I spent the first 4 years. I spent 4 years in a little different state, and then we've had an amazing, probably the best year maybe ever had by an American president. When you look at the economy, we have the greatest economy we've ever had. We have $19 trillion, $19.2 trillion to be exact, being invested in the United States. That's 7 or 8 times more than it's ever had. It's a world record, not just a U.S. record. And I just read where, in fact, coming over, I was in the car with those beautiful horses, some of them.
So he's talking about the investments that we're getting, and then he went on to discuss something that Joan actually broke in the news earlier this morning, that Toyota is going to be moving their plant to Texas from Mexico. A little relocation strategy is happening via Toyota. And President Trump on True Social made the point that tariffs work, and this is one of the reasons why we're seeing this. But he discussed this while sitting down with President Erdogan in Turquoise.
It came over the wires that Toyota is moving out of Mexico into the United States and building one of the biggest truck and car plants ever built. It's amazing. That's what tariffs do, if properly used. And so we've never had a more exceptional economy or potential economy. There's never been anything like it.
Is it just me? Maybe it's just me. But do you hear the little Turkish woman whispering? Do you hear her?
She's interpreting.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's very distracting.
It's annoying.
Like when they do it at the big things, they get the little earpiece and it does it automatically. Right?
Yeah.
I could do that with my AirPods. And I wouldn't have the little Turkish woman distracting me. I'm very distracted by the little Turkish woman in the background. Is that a bad thing to say? Am I allowed to say that?
Would you be as triggered if it was a guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just checking.
And another thing that triggers me, and I don't know if you ever noticed this, but when they do the translator on some of the TV shows, they always get a translator with a thick accent that mirrors the language they're translating from. And I'm like, but if I'll read the subtitles actually. Just give me the subtitles because I don't understand what you're saying there either. Am I the only one that feels that way? I don't want the little whisper. I'm a little triggered by it, and I don't want a thick accent when they're doing it on TV. And I'm not afraid to say it.
You're a little picky.
Yeah, I am.
It's a lot of picky.
I'm not picky. I just know what I like and what I don't. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. And now, no, listen. If you didn't pick up on that before, now you're not going to be able to hear it. He's still talking about the Toyota trucks, and that's awesome. That's big news. Getting that plant moved over from Mexico to Texas. But listen. President Trump is talking, and you're hearing a little Turkish girl in the background going, Toyota, Mexico, Texas.
Don't you wonder if they're like
She's got like these
maybe
little-
giving misinformation too? He
Yeah.
said he doesn't like your tie.
He said turquoise sucks.
Under the last administration, they did much less than $1 trillion of investment coming in, and we're at 19.2 trillion in actually the first 12 months because that's
All I can hear, like he's talking about the investors. All I can hear is 19. It's like, come on, what are we doing here? Get the man an earpiece. He's a leader of an established nation known as Turquoise, and we can't get him an earpiece to do it automatically. I have to listen to the little interpreter in the background. Very upset by that. Very disrespectful. The president's tried to speak, ma'am. It's like I feel the same way when he's in the Oval Office and somebody's cell phone starts going off. It's like very rude. Please put your interpreter on silent mode. We'll bring you more comments from Donald Trump sitting down with President Erdogan on the way. We'll talk about Graham Platner, and we'll give you some updates on the midterms as well, plus some illegal immigration updates. Did you see, and I missed this, I didn't miss it. I didn't watch it in real time, but I had it yesterday and we didn't get to it. Dave Chappelle, during the New Year's Eve sit down with Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen. And Dave Chappelle was like, leave the Haitians alone. Okay. We'll tell you why we shouldn't be leaving the Haitians alone later on when we talk about immigration. A lot to get to, a little bit of time. 9:23, it's Super Talk, 99.7 WTN. Hey, what's up? It's Chris Hand here for my friend Dr. Mitchell over at the Wellness Institute of Nashville. Every time they break out a new piece of tech, I have to put my personal seal of approval on that new tech because these guys are untouchable when it comes to the new devices and the new ways to heal your body. Dr. Mitchell has designed the incredible Medical Bay 1. Have you tried this out yet? If you haven't, you're missing out. Picture this. You relax in what feels like an Artemis medical spaceship while it massages you, hits you with full body red and near infrared lasers, and it's going to use photon wavelengths to stimulate your stem cells to regenerate tissue at the cellular level the way God intended them to heal. About half your visit is going to be soaking up that next level healing. The other half, well, you can focus that on their non-surgical spinal decompression. It's powerful, and it doesn't include surgery. It doesn't include painful injections, and nobody's writing you a prescription for opioids. They are healing your body the way God made it to heal. They're offering the Epic Spinal Special right now, $33 off each visit. This is Epic Healing, only at the Wellness Institute of Nashville. You can start your pain-free voyage with a click or a call. You go to painisbad.com, that's painisbad.com, or call 615-246-5009. Painisbad.com or 615-246-5009. Launch your pain-free voyage today with the Wellness Institute of Nashville, painisbad.com.
It's day 2 of the preliminary hearing for Charlie Kirk's accused killer. We've got details coming up here at 9:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
That's Joan Jones in the newsroom. My name is Chris Hand. The show's brought to you by Better Water LLC. Valerie on the text line, she gets it. If the left has taught us anything, dead naming is wrong. Long live Turquoise. That's what she wrote. That's what she said, long live Turquoise. And then I got another text here from 9538. The phone lines are open. He wants to call in. I said, call in. Because he says he wants to school me. But he said, all you do is be, Chris, grown a man, 37 years old. Be like Chad and be chill, dude. Okay. So all I do is be. So I scrolled up in his text, right? This is what I do.
Yeah,
I'm
just curious.
Let me see. Shut your mouth, Chris. Pick up the phone so I can school your Yankee A, fake Tennessean. Okay. The phone lines are open, 615-737-9986. Then I keep scrolling up. You ready? Because all I do is be and moan. This is a guy texting the radio station every day. Chad, you're scared of the truth. Calling you out, my boy. Ken, you're so fake. Brian, what a creep. Oh, okay. This one's for you, Mason. Be a man and quit rooming with dudes. Hold on, Joan, you're getting it too. You're getting it too. Hold on, let me find the Joan one. He calls everybody out all the time.
Hold on, am I a DEI hire?
No, it was something else. I lost it. I'm going too fast. There's a lot of being and moaning here from 9538. Dan, blow your nose, man.
Wow.
Here's one of my personal favorites. This is from back in May. Chris, why are you so ghetto?
What?
I don't know.
Man.
615-737-9986. Long live Turquoise. We'll have more audio from the NATO summit on the way. A lot to get to. Phone lines are open. Please call in. 931 Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Good morning. It is 9:31. I'm Joan Jones with your top stories. Happening last night, a man killed in a high-speed crash on Murfreesboro Pike in South Nashville. Police say 22-year-old Ali Al-Atabi was traveling 70 miles an hour in an area where it's supposed to be 45 miles an hour when he hit a Tesla. That driver of he was traveling in a Tesla when he hit a Lexus. Now, the driver in the Lexus wasn't wearing a seatbelt and was thrown from the car and killed. Al-Atabi has been booked into Metro Jail. Kentucky officials confirm a little 4-year-old boy was killed over the weekend after an accident involving fireworks.
Pulaski County Coroner's Office confirmed Rhett Luttrell died Saturday night. Investigators say a tube of fireworks fell over as it was going off and hit him.
Channel 4's Danielle Ledbetter. More testimony today in the preliminary hearing for the man accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica, and his parents are expected back in the courtroom to hear more testimony and see more evidence today. On Monday, they left the courtroom when graphic testimony was given and when videos of Kirk's murder were being shown to the judge. Only the judge and attorneys could see the videos, and at one point when Kirk was shot in a video, the judge could be seen visibly jumping in reaction. Today, more testimony from law enforcement who responded to and investigated Kirk's murder is expected. Alex Stone, ABC News, Provo, Utah.
And that is the latest news. Weather's up next. I'm Joan Jones, WTN News.
Hey, what's up? It's Chris Hand here to tell you about my friends over at Better Water LLC. If you have some weird smells coming out of your faucet, you got stains on your clothes after you wash them, or just plain old bad tasting water at the house or at the office, these are the guys you need to call. Listen, you might have some nasty stuff in your water. You could have sulfur, iron, chlorine, bacteria, even E. coli. You might have it and not even know it. Here's the best part. Better Water will test your water for free. If you got nothing in there and it's good to go, they'll tell you that. If you got some nasty stuff in there, they offer a range of options to clean it up, from reverse osmosis to specialized filters to UV lights. Better Water has you covered. Clean the water up. You don't want to be bathing in it. You don't want to bathe your kids or your grandkids in it. You definitely don't want to be drinking it or making coffee with this water. Better Water has you covered. Now, if you call them, you're calling a local company based in Smyrna, a company that has been doing this for a long time, and they're already treating the water at the coffee shops and the hospitals around town. These guys are the total pros. Stop drinking the junk out of your tap. Give Better Water a call today. 615-355-6063. They'll test your water for free. Tell them Chris Hand sent you. 615-355-6063. Or you can find them online, betterwater.com.
The guaranteed offer is the simplest, least stressful way to sell your home. You go to our website, you fill out a quick form, we set an appointment, we bring you an all-cash offer. Literally, there's no lockbox on the front of your house, there's no showings, we pay all cash, we close in as little as 21 days, stress-free. We've helped thousands of homeowners just like you sell your home the hassle-free way with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate.
Thirty-eight minutes past the hour on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Hey, how are you? My name is Chris Hand. You can listen to the show anywhere. iHeartRadio, tune in, the FM dial. You can watch us as well. Super Talk TV is up and running. That's on YouTube and Rumble and Facebook and Twitter and Twitch. I know we usually don't dead name, but I still can't. I still can't call it X. It just doesn't flow. It doesn't flow. Sorry. We will do dead naming in that case. That's the exception to the rule. Fair enough? Fair enough. Long live Turquoise. Hey, by the way, Donald Trump is in Turkey right now, and he just announced that the United States is removing sanctions off Turkey, saying that they're going to be taking them off because we don't want to sanction our friends. This is what the president said moments ago. We're getting audio out. They got the big NATO summit happening over the next 2 days. And the first piece of audio that we're getting is just from a sit-down with Donald Trump and President Erdogan and a little translator lady. Somebody on the text line was like, did you see them get off the plane? Erdogan and Trump were talking when he got off the plane, and there was no translator needed. Yet we need a translator now. Isn't that kind of weird? I find that a little weird. I feel like it's all a farce. right? Erdogan speaks English, doesn't he? Google that for me. Grok it. We got to change that. We should change Googling to grokking. Start using that as the word. Because I would imagine the man knows how to speak English. I'm pretty sure. Like if I was betting, I would bet the new baby's Trump account on it.
On Google, it says no, that he doesn't.
Damn it. Damn it. Good thing I don't bet. But he says, all right, I would bet the Trump account for the new baby that they are going to lift sanctions on Turkey. Turquoise.
I think that's good leaning.
I can tell you, we're going to be taking the sanctions off. Okay? I don't want him to waste his time answering that question because we're working very closely with Marco Rubio, very famous man, great Secretary of State, and with
Very famous.
Scott Bassett, and with Pete and everybody else. We're going to be taking the sanctions off. It's time to do that. Okay?
The camera panned over to Rubio. I don't know if you saw that. If you're watching on Super Talk TV, you saw it. Rubio kind of had a look like, oh, wow, you're telling me for the first time. Is that right? Am I wrong? Am I interpreting that look wrong? If only I had a little Turkish woman to help me interpret that look. It would help.
Would be helpful.
I'm just saying, it seems very helpful to have an interpreter. Have you seen the viral videos where there'll be a guy, he'll go into like a car dealership speaking English and he'll have an interpreter with him, but the interpreter is speaking like a third language, like or a second language, but it's like the guy at the shop speaks English, the guy asking the questions is speaking English, and he's routing it through like an interpreter speaking Italian.
Yeah. I love that video.
They're
I saw
so
a similar
funny.
one where the guy was trying to get plane tickets at the airport.
It's so funny. People never get plane tickets at the airport anymore.
No.
It's weird. I want to do that one time. I've said to Virginia that we should go. I want to do a trip. Like this is just, I know we're off on a rabbit hole, but I want to do a trip one weekend, right? Where like I have my parents fly in to watch the kids or something, and we just go to the airport and we're like, what's the quickest flight we can get on, and then leave. And I don't care where we go, and we just do it for the weekend. It's just weird. It seems like fun.
No, that sounds awesome.
Doesn't that sound cool? Like we
I would love
we
that.
just do airport roulette, and it's like turns out Fargo, North Dakota, and I'm like based. Let's go check out Fargo, right? Like just a one way. No, excuse me, just a direct flight. I don't want to hop on a second plane.
Nothing crazy.
What's the quickest direct flight out of here? I think that would be fun. I do. A couple people waiting to weigh in. Let's talk to Daniel in Gallatin. What's up, Dan? How are you?
Hey, good morning, Mr. Hand. Congratulations on the new arrival.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Whenever he said go forth and multiply, he wasn't really specifically speaking to you directly. I think he was mostly to the masses.
So, okay, you know what I get all the time, Daniel? I get this is what people say to me, and it's happened more than once. They'll look at me and they'll go, "Are you Catholic?" And I'll be like, no, sir, I'm not.
Canadian Catholic.
Yeah, it's the best kind.
I have an opinion, and I would like to weigh in on this conflict in Iran. I've spoke to several people that I know at length about the Middle East, and some of them are Egyptian, and they define Iran as, quote, the black eye of the Middle East. And it seems to me that if you could get the surrounding countries around Iran to get on board with it, and NATO while he's there, that, if Iran fires one more spitball across their border, that we just level the entire place. Because we can't really go in there and do it on our own free will, because now we'll become the bad guy of the globe, more so than we already are. But, if you can get support from the surrounding countries that all agree that Iran is a problem and say, okay, here's your one last final chance, man. You guys get some act right, or we're going to just go ahead and take care of you.
Yeah, listen, we've talked about it on the show, Daniel. I don't think you're too far off. We like to call it prosperity nukes. I just want the conflict over. Like I hate the little back and forth. Seems like we're just going to deal with like the little pitter patters of missiles that don't do anything except cause headaches. So I just want it over, whether it's negotiations or whether it's prosperity nukes. But I do know that negotiations statistically don't always lead to prosperity. Yet nuclear weapons, in 100% of the cases where we have ever used them, have led to a cleaner and prosperous country. So I'm not against it, is what I'm saying. Trey in Nashville, you're next on Super Talk. What's up, Trey?
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Hey, congratulations on your new arrival. I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but here's what the deal is. I was over there for a long time. I was an Air Force medic, and I want to tell you right now, some of those people over there, they're good people, and it's hard to discern which ones are good and which ones are bad. But what I am very concerned with now is you got all these mosques in Tennessee.
Yep.
52 of them. And then in some of these other states, it's more than that. Sir, we got to eliminate them because they're going to take us over if we're not careful. And Jesus, sir, I'm just like, I got 5 children. I got 3 grandchildren, 2 great-grandchildren. I don't want them to take over. And I hope to God that does not happen. But I'm going to tell you, somebody needs to take people out, like Mandani, take him out. Some good old boys need to take him out. And
I get your frustration. I'm not going to advocate for violence. I think that there's a political solution to this. Just to be perfectly honest with you, I get where you're coming from, Trey, and I understand the frustration, especially because you've been over there. So let me start with saying thank you for your service. I am of the opinion that Islam is not a religion. It's a political system masquerading as a religion. And I think that legislatively, especially in states like Tennessee, we should be at the forefront of fighting this via legislation. But yeah, they do want to take over. I mean, they say it publicly. We're going to outbreed you. We're going to do all these things. They come in, they take over whole centers. We've seen it in Dearborn, Michigan. We see it in Texas, and yeah, they're here in Tennessee too. To your point, that there are good Muslims, 100%. I mean, like you said, there are good people over there, 100%. There's good people everywhere. I mean, that's just the reality of it. But one of the things that I have an issue with is that people come in and they don't want to become American. They want to bring their traditions, their systems, and they want to let it fester and foster that here. And I'm not a fan of that. I don't want America to become an Islamic country, because once they outnumber us, we've seen what they've done to non-Muslims in dominant Islam countries. I mean, you can see what's happening over in the UK if you want a preview of what's going to happen if it goes unchecked here. As a Christian, I think that if you want to make it to heaven, then you have to confess that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. And I pray that a lot of Muslims in this area will wake up to that reality. I pray that a lot of Jewish people will wake up to that reality too, and Hindus and Buddhists. I mean, but I'm not gonna go the violence route or advocate for it. I think that actually weakens your position. Just to be perfectly honest with you, I do. In Mamdani's case, I would say you need to go after him lying on his immigration forms. Andy Ogles talked about this, and I can't remember the specifics on it, but he did. There's some questions about his immigration forms. I would go after that. I mean, like, go after every legal avenue possible as hard as humanly possible, and do that first. And push for that first, and call your elected representatives and push for that. I mean, there's a lot more of us than them currently in the United States of America. Maybe we should just act like it. Joey in Madison, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I just I understand. I mean, I get it, but what I don't get is so many Tennesseans that's their focus is Muslims. I'm in Nashville. I've drove around Nashville. I'm here. I'm outside all day. And I'm not seeing that many. So I want the people that are calling in, or someone could help me, that they're so scared of this takeover. Where can I go around here to find some Muslims, man? Because I want to see it. I don't see them taking over. I see a couple at the gas station. I see a couple here and there. But all I hear, and I'm a Christian. I'm a Catholic. But I don't know, something don't sit right with me. I feel like there's a bigger agenda because I'm not seeing any Muslims.
Well,
And
I would just say you got to look, man. They're absolute. They're absolute. There's a mosque.
If Andy Ogle's saying, where are they going to go to deport them from?
There's a mosque. There's a mosque in Murfreesboro. I mean, here's what I would say.
In West End.
Here's what I would say. That's how it starts, man. That's
by putting up a mosque. So
yes.
Countries with Christian churches need to take them down.
What do you mean? I'm not following you.
I mean, so you think we should not allow mosques, right?
Yep.
Do you think we should allow synagogues?
I'm fine with that.
Oh.
But this is what you do. This is what you do because
no, you brought up Jesus, brother. You said you brought up Jesus. Muslims think he's the prophet.
Here's the difference, and I'll tell you this right now. Okay, Muslims blow people up. Find me a Jewish terrorist attack that's happened here in America in the last.
We don't have enough. We don't have enough time to talk about the Jewish terror attacks, my friend. But let's just. I mean, I understand you all have to do what you got to do.
See, but here's the thing. Here's the thing that a lot of guys like you do. It's like you're more focused on the.
I'm America first.
Me too.
I'm America first.
Me too.
Right.
Yeah.
But we're focusing on problems that don't exist. It's talking points.
No, it's really not. It's really not. I mean, I lived outside of Detroit. We were in Novi.
How are you being affected by Muslims right now in Tennessee? Tell me, how is the Tennessee?
You have to understand it starts somewhere. We need to speak up. We need to speak up before they take hold. Do you understand? You understand that in Dearborn, Michigan, my wife couldn't go to a farmer's market because she wasn't wearing a hijab. They weren't even going to talk to her.
That's one place. That's one place in the country. That's one little city.
I mean, dude, I get that you watch Fuentes and that you get these talking points. My thing is like
I don't watch Fuentes. I watch Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, I mean, it shows. It absolutely shows, and I get it.
Real Americans, real true Americans that care about this country and don't care about fake.
My friends were in New York City, Bo and Gabe, who were on this show quite often. And a Muslim terrorist threw an IED at them. They almost died.
And you know what?
They've never had a bomb thrown at them by a Jewish person.
Okay, I understand. Listen, you bring up Jake Lang, right? These are the group that travel with Jake Lang.
No, they don't. They don't travel with Jake Lang. They don't work with Jake Lang at all. Jake goes to a lot of the same protests.
Republicans out.
Here's the thing. No, you are so focused on the Jewish problem. Like that's like the only thing you can see, and you're blinded to everything else.
I just compare.
No, dude, but I've talked to you so many times. Like I'm familiar with you. We've had these conversations.
I don't get a real stand. You don't give me no facts. Like you're not telling me.
I literally just told you. I just told you about the mosque. I have Muslim neighbors moving into my neighborhood. We got mosque popping up in Murfreesboro. We got Woodbine, Tennessee. And I tell you about Dearborn. I tell you about the Muslims that threw a bomb at my friends in New York City. And you're like you don't tell me anything. You don't tell me anything.
You're such a walking contradiction because you worship you like Jews who hate Jesus and think he's burning in hell. But
I literally said, guess where Jewish people will go if they don't accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior. I mean, it's not a hard path to follow. And I literally said 2 seconds ago.
We can have a synagogue, but we can't have a mosque.
Because the people in the synagogues aren't trying to blow us up.
There's been
but why do you say okay? So why do you go? How about put Jewish aside, right? Why don't you go?
Okay.
Oh well, you always say Muslims, but you never bring up Hindus. I would give you the same exact answer. Hindus aren't trying to blow me up.
I don't hear who's trying to blow you up, Chris. Who's trying to blow you up? You're safe. You're fine. You're going to drive home today and probably the next 20 years and do your job, and you're going to be fine. You might not even see a Muslim, bro. And you're telling everybody be prepared. They're going to blow us up.
How old are you, Joey? How old are you?
I'm 41. I'm 41.
Joey, so you were alive when 9/11 happened. You were alive.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about 9/11, bro, because you know what I think about 9/11 off the top.
Tell me.
You already know.
Tell me.
Huh?
Tell me.
The Jews did it.
Okay.
Israel did it. Not the Jews, Israel.
I mean, listen, if you want,
apologize to anybody that practiced Judaism. I'm
here's the
sorry.
thing. Here's the thing. You know where I would buy that, and I would go to a certain extent with you that maybe they knew about it and they let it happen anyway because it was politically
when
beneficial.
When are they going to get their hands smacked? When are they going to get their hands smacked? We're going after these Muslims, man. So, like, we're not getting blowed up. I mean, I get it. And the dude said, you should kill Mamdani. I want a good old boy to go up there and kill him.
And what did I say to him? What did I say to him? You can't advocate for violence.
He cut him off, so he couldn't get it out. Yeah, I appreciate that.
What do you want me to do? Like,
I just want you to be real.
People are allowed to have radical opinions. It doesn't hurt my feelings. You have radical opinions to a lot of this audience, and it doesn't hurt my feelings.
I don't have a radical opinion. You have a more radical opinion than me.
What's my radical opinion? What's my radical opinion? That Islam is a political system masquerading as a religion?
It's the biggest religion in the world, if you want to be honest.
So why do they need to come here? Why can't they stay in the Islam-dominant countries and have a great time?
Because we're over there just ravaging, and we're trying to run them. We're trying to put McDonald's up over there. We want to make it capitalism.
Oh, my gosh, you're right. How dare we put a McDonald's in Dubai? Now we have to let in all the Muslims.
Bro, I get it. You won, but I'm just telling you, man.
Okay.
Everyone listening.
But you're saying all this. You're saying all this, and it's like, dude, Dubai is fine. The United Arab Emirates is fine. Qatar is fine. Saudi Arabia is fine.
We're going to get
Do you understand what Sharia law is?
Yeah, there's not here.
There's no Jewish person. There's no Jewish person advocating for the genital mutilation of female minors. There's no Jewish person that's out here trying to marry children. What are you talking about? I've done research.
Go read the Talmud.
No,
go read their religious
this is what you do. This is what you do.
No,
I like all the time. It's all Jew. Like your algorithm must be so chewed up. Like, I'm not even against some of these arguments. Like, I'm open to having conversations, but you're just like, you're like, Jew. That's you all the time.
Yeah, Alex Jones.
Why can't Muslims be bad too?
Oh, Muslims are bad. Christians are bad.
Okay.
But what I'm saying, attack an entire religion. To attack an entire religion.
It is a political system masquerading as a religion. And you tell me to do research, I would tell you to do the same. Joey, I love you, man. Call in anytime. 957 Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Hey, this is Pastor Al, and join us on Super Talk 99.7, Sunday evenings from 7 to 8. We're going to look at the news from a biblical perspective.
Good morning, 10 o'clock now. I'm Joan Jones with your top stories. We've got traffic for you and the forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Metro Council considers two major bills tonight on data center construction, and the meeting is open to public comment. Channel 4's Braden Ross on those bills.
One is a comprehensive zoning bill that would limit large data centers to areas already zoned for heavy industrial use and put significant restrictions on their operations. The other would put a temporary moratorium on all data center construction until more regulations are passed. Both bills are working their way through council at the same time as Atlanta-based company DC Blocks is pursuing controversial plans to build a data center next door to the Nashville Zoo.
Now, you'll need a ticket if you want to have your say tonight. Council staff will start handing out those tickets to anyone who wants to speak at 5 o'clock this evening on the second floor of the historic courthouse right outside council chambers. A ticket gives you 2 minutes of speaking time before that council. A Nashville man is facing serious charges for tossing a lighted firework at police. Channel 4's Hunter Hoagland.
Investigators say that man lit a large firework, threw it towards officers, and then ducked behind a car as it exploded. Officers quickly took the guy into custody. He now faces several charges, including aggravated assault on an officer with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, 29-year-old Montez Peebles also has been charged with possessing a gun that had been reported as lost and with possessing cocaine and marijuana. Well, China has test launched a long-range ballistic missile from one of its nuclear power submarines in the South Pacific. Chinese officials say this was part of a routine annual training, that it complied with international law, and it wasn't directed against any country or target. But the State Department said that test comes at a time when the U.S. is working harder than ever to prevent nuclear proliferation, and that China is doing just the opposite. Chalk up another win for Donald Trump. Toyota is moving production of its Tacoma pickup truck from Mexico to San Antonio, Texas. The announcement comes just days after Washington declined to renew a North American trade pact with Mexico and China. That move make that Mexico and Canada. The move will create 2,000 jobs in Texas. And Tilly Norwood is set to make her big screen debut. She's going to star in a new film. It's called Misaligned, and she'll be the lead actress. Who cares, you say? Well, check this out.
Hi, I'm Tilly Norwood, the world's first AI actress. Or, as some might call me, the end of civilization.
Yeah, Tilly's not a real person. She becomes the first AI-generated film star. Here in Hollywood, Val Kilmer is set to be resurrected in a new film. It's called, interestingly, As Deep as the Grave. That's the latest news. We've got weather next. I'm Joan Jones, WTN News.
It's 10:08 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. My name is Chris Hand. Show's brought to you by Better Water LLC, water filtration systems, water softeners, betterwater.com. I've been texting with Joey. That's the last caller we had. We've been going back and forth on the text line. I listen. I like Joey and I like the conversations. These opinions don't get me riled up or upset. I love spirited debate, and Joey's always willing to call in and say he says what a lot of people think, but don't have the stones to get on the radio and say. And I think he's wrong in a lot of these areas, but I think that we need to have these conversations. So I'm here for it. And Joey can call in anytime, just like anybody with any radical opinion is welcome to call in to my show. I actually encourage it. 615-737-9986. Let's go to our friend Dave in Smyrna, our favorite Hebrew, the local Jew who wants to weigh in on matters. What's up, Dave? How are you?
Wow, that was edifying.
You like that?
I've heard some whack job window looking Jews are out to get us theories before, but that one takes the cake. That Judaism is worse than Islam. Here's a news flash. Islam has been a cancer since the Prophet Muhammad.
Yes, he married a 9-year-old.
Has been a cancer.
Muhammad was a warlord, and he slaughtered a bunch of people and found a 9-year-old girl and said, "You can either become my bride or I can murder you." This is after it was a 17-year-old after he murdered the husband and the father of this woman. Convert, or you'll get murdered too.
And he went to the Jews and said, "Hey, I'm the way." And the Jews said, "Get the hell out of here." And he went to the Christians and said, "I'm the way." And the Christians said, "Get the hell out of here." Let's see what else predates Israel: the Barbary pirates, the Crusades. The fall of Constantinople, and you're going to sit here and you're going to tell me that Islam is not a religion or a political system masquerading as a religion.
And there's a lot of propaganda too that we need to combat, right? And I'll see it, and it's like it's not just versus the Jews; it's also versus the Christians. I've seen one that pops up quite often, and it's a Muslim woman in a hijab, and it's a Catholic nun. And, the nun's wearing the headdress, the Muslim's wearing the headdress, and they say, what's the difference between these two pictures? Why does one make you scared and one doesn't? And it's like, well, one of those women is forced to do that, and one of those women chooses to do that. And one of those women have worn suicide vests at certain times and blown up a lot of people. One of them have not. So, I mean, there's a lot of differences between the two.
And Christianity has evolved. Obviously, since its founding, it's evolved through the Middle Ages. They had the Reformation. Judaism has evolved over the years, as far as like being strictly kosher in Jewish law. You only ever see that in conservative and Orthodox and Hasidic congregations. You don't see that in Reformed congregations. Even some conservative congregations, you don't see that. So all these religions have evolved as the eons have gone by, except for one, the religion of pieces. And, to have some simpleton sit there and call up and say, well, that's not true, and Jewish terrorists, well, I'll sit back and wait while you list off all the Jewish terrorist attacks.
Yeah, and meanwhile,
I'll wait.
Meanwhile, we can look through the civilized Western world in just the past decade, and we have trucks driving through Christmas markets. We have nightclubs in France being taken over. The Bataclan, remember that? They say that what was done to those individuals, and they were so horrific that they didn't want to tell anybody because they didn't want a revolution overnight. We could go on and on and on. But
rape gangs in the UK, but no, it's the Jews. It's the Jews who are kidnapping Goyim babies to use their blood for Purim cookies.
Obviously.
Undoubtedly, this is somebody who thinks the Protocols of the Elders of Zion is a legit book.
And here's one of the things that I thought was interesting on the call. And it's like, I don't know if you know this, but he said he hasn't seen any Muslims in Tennessee. And it's like, well, I disagree because I've seen the mosques. But what I would say is also when the Daily Wire moved here, Ben Shapiro didn't relocate here because there wasn't a large Jewish population. He decided to go to Florida. So, I mean, like, you tell me what's the issue in Tennessee. You want to point to the Jews. Well, like, one of the biggest Jews in media was like, yeah, it's not Jewish enough for me in Tennessee. I'm going to go to Florida. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
and you know, like there's I think there's 3 congregations here in the Nashville area. I know there's 2 in Memphis, and I think that's it.
Yeah, very small. Very small.
Like exceedingly small.
But
so yeah, I was listening, you know, and not even so much as a Jew, but as somebody who is a historian. The lack of historical knowledge in that little diatribe was weapons grade stupid.
Well, and I think a lot of people have an issue with Netanyahu, and I think that you can politically have disagreements. But they quickly make a jump to all Jews. And it's like, hey, guys, before October 7th, half of the population of Israel was on the streets protesting Netanyahu, and they wanted him arrested. So it's like to say that Netanyahu speaks for all Jews everywhere in the world, that's as asinine as saying Joe Biden spoke for me while he was president.
And it's also as asinine to assume that there's some nefarious Zionist occupation of the world conspiracy that, you know, I mean, it's just...
It's the Zog, Dave. It's the Zog, brother.
It's the Zog, that's right. I mean, I'll tell you what, if people want something legit and insidious to worry about the CCP and worry about Islam.
Both of those ideologies have a 100-year plan to take over this country without firing a shot.
They absolutely do. I mean, and all it takes is reading actual history and not Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes recycled trash.
Yep, I hear you. Dave, I appreciate the call. As always, man, you're always welcome to call in. That's our favorite Hebrew, Dave, in Smyrna. PJ in Nashville, you're up next on Super Talk. What's up, PJ?
Hey, man. Always awesome to be able to speak on the radio. Just a quick history, man. It might be a long conversation, but I'm just trying to be quick. I was born in Iran. I'm a Zoroastrian. We escaped when I was 11 years old. I lived in India for 2 years before being able to come to the United States. Once we got here, we applied for asylum. Now I'm going to say something that I haven't said to anyone before, but I'm going to go ahead and say so people believe what I'm saying is true. My brother committed some petty crimes when he was just turning 18, caused him not to be able to get his green card, his citizenship. He was deported not too long ago. He had 2 kids here and a wife. He started doing drugs, depression. He overdosed on 4th of June. And you know what? Knowing what I know now, I would still vote for Trump, right? Why? Because these people that are running Iran are evil. And same people are trying to take over America. And Mohammed didn't marry a 9-year-old. He married a 6-year-old. He consummated his marriage when she turned 9. He had more than 4 wives. And according to him, God had told him that the prophets are allowed to have more than 4 wives, unlike every other Muslim. He also made his wives not remarry once he died. So a lot of his wives, or the women that he was with, were kids that were forced to stay lonely for the rest of their lives. This guy was an evil pedo, and the people that support him are the same. Now you got 2 different kind of Muslims. My wife is one. She was given the Muslim religion from her parents, and so on and so forth. So she doesn't identify as a Muslim. Her name is not an Islamic name. And if you ask her what's your religion, she's like, I don't have a religion. I just want to be a good person. And then you got the ones that believe in the Quran and all that stuff, and they lie. They lie. This is what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to lie to the infidel, to fool them, to get their way, and then once they have power, they're going to start killing Americans. And who's going to come and save us when they take over? There is no America. There is no other country as powerful as us. Once they have all this power, nobody's going to be able to take them out. Like, people need to wake up. Yep. Like, my brother would be alive. I would not take back my vote. If God were to come and tell me, hey, if you take back your vote, I'll take you back in time. Don't vote for Trump, and your brother is going to be alive. I'd be like, no, man. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that. He made his mistakes. He's made his choices. I'm going to see him again. But I'm going to still do what I did. And I hope people wake up because it is already kind of too late. I feel like talks are not doing it. I hate to say it, but I don't know. Not civil war, but people need to stand up and do something because it's bad. Mamdani putting, like, the IRGC flag on trains, like, these people are terrorists. Like, I don't know.
Hey, PJ, listen, man, I'm sorry about your brother. I'll say a prayer for you and your family. I appreciate you calling in. You're always welcome to call in. And again, yeah, sorry about your brother, man. That's tough, man. But hearing you say that you got deported and you would vote for Trump anyway, that is a hell of a statement. And I appreciate you sharing it with us. Let's go to Ray in Knox. What's up, Ray?
What's going on, Mr. Chris?
How are you, sir?
Well, I'm doing good, sir. How are you doing?
I can't complain, man. Life is good.
That's good. I just want to say that America was founded by our forefathers on the thing of believing in Christ, believing in God. And the thing about it is all these Muslims and the Islamic people, if they don't want to serve the Lord Jesus Christ as our Savior, then they need to go back to their country and practice whatever religion that they are doing and leave us alone and let us focus on serving the Lord Jesus Christ. That's my opinion about it.
I mean, America was founded as a Christian nation, and there's no debate in that. And they said that the Constitution was wholly inadequate for any other people. And I think that that's absolutely correct. I think that the religion of Islam isn't a religion. I think it's a political system masquerading as a religion. I don't really have an issue with other religions. I just think that I know what the end result is going to be if you don't confess that Christ is King and the Lord of Lords. And I think that it's the most loving thing that I can do as a Christian to tell you what your reality will look like if you don't come to grips with that. A lot of people, and Ray, I appreciate the call, a lot of people get upset and rubbed the wrong way by that statement, and I'll get called names like a Christian nationalist, to which I always chuckle and I say, no, I'm a Christian globalist. I actually want the gospel spread to every corner of the world. I think that even Muslim nations should convert to Christianity. I'm not a Christian nationalist. I'm a Christian globalist. And I think that that's what the Lord put us here to do, spread the gospel. But we get attacked for it. And they tell us that we have to grit our teeth and bear Islam, and I don't think that that's the reality. I think that is not correct, and I think that we should peacefully. I'm not saying that you should be unruly. I'm not saying that you should be violent in any shape or form, but I think that we should figure out exactly how we legislatively tackle this issue. We need to ban Sharia law in all of its forms. Or we're going to look like the UK, where you're going to have Sharia law, you're going to have a parallel society, you're going to have no-go zones. It's already happening. I mean, look no further than Western countries just across the pond. And if we can't figure out that peaceful solution, well, then that is our future. And you look at what's happening in Western countries in Europe, it's like, yeah, they're running out of peaceful solutions. And I don't want that to happen here. It's 10:21. This is Super Talk, 99.7 WTN. Four kids, two dogs, the rugs, the carpets, they take an absolute beating. So my wife and I, we always call our friends at Zero Res Nashville. My wife, she was the first one to find them. She loves them because they fit in line with the Maha idea of keeping your homes healthy. You see, they don't use harsh chemicals. They don't leave soap residue behind. What they do is they clean your carpets with their exclusive ZR water, which means your carpets are going to be clean without the chemicals, and they're going to stay clean longer, and they're going to be safe for the entire family and pets. So if you got babies crawling around on the floor, you got dogs rolling around on the floor, you don't have to worry about any of that. And it does fit in with the Maha idea of keeping your home healthier. The difference when you get your carpets cleaned with Zero Res is going to be obvious right away. They're going to look better, feel softer, and dry faster than any other carpet cleaning that you have ever had before. Right now, they're running 2 and 3 room specials. They're always offering some sort of deal. You just got to pick up the phone and call them. 615-535-9376. That's 615-535-9376. They can work up a custom quote for your home today. ZeroResNashville.com.
The guaranteed offer is the simplest, least stressful way to sell your home. You go to our website, you fill out a quick form, we set an appointment, we bring you an all-cash offer. Literally, there's no lockbox on the front of your house, there's no showings, we pay all cash, we close in as little as 21 days, stress-free. We've helped thousands of homeowners just like you sell your home the hassle-free way with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate.
That's Joan Jones in the newsroom. Headlines on the way in less than 5 minutes here on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. My name is Chris Hand. The show is brought to you by Better Water LLC. You can find me all over social media at Chris Hand on air. Hit the follow button. I will follow back. I appreciate you doing so. You can watch the show on YouTube and Rumble. You can join the show, 615-737-9986. It always gets spirited when our friend Joey calls in on both sides, and I love the conversation. I'm here for it. I got a text here from 8207. He's talking about our friend PJ, the Iranian that called in. He's an American now. He was immigrated here from Iran. But he said, 8207 texted in and said, Chris, your Iranian caller miscounted. There are 3 types of Muslims, according to Dr. Bill Warner of politicalislam.com. Number 1, peaceful. That's when the population is low. Number 2, political. That's when the population grows. Dearborn. And number 3, jihadist. That's when the population becomes a majority. So you got peaceful, political, jihadist. Yep. You're welcome to join the show, though. 615-737-9986. Let's go to Brian in Smyrna. What's up, Brian? How are you?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing?
Good. What do you got?
All right, so I feel like I've got to give a little reminder here as we get off that Bluetooth thing. So I keep on hearing this stuff, and it's making my blood boil. Like, you want to talk about how great, you know, the Israelites are, or those in Israel today, not then, and how bad the Muslims are. Now, look, I don't agree with the Muslim religion.
To be fair, I never said the Israelites are great. I just said that they don't blow people up via terror attacks.
But they do. That's the thing. It's like you're like, oh, look at all the bad things that these Muslims are doing.
When
never do anything bad.
When is a Jewish person blown somebody up here in America?
Well, I mean, have you not seen Gaza? Or do you think that that's peaceful and wonderful and Jesus would be happy?
Here's the thing about Gaza.
What about Lebanon?
Yeah, I mean, listen, both fair and accurate points. But I would just say, like, what about Nigeria? What about Rwanda? What about the Congo? Like, bad things happen all over the world. Like,
oh, absolutely. I don't disagree.
Do I have to worry about and condemn every single thing, or can I look at that and say I don't think America should be involved, and that's a fine enough answer? When I said when I said name a terror attack that a Jewish person has committed here in America, you said Gaza. So.
Oh, in America? Oh, okay. Yeah, random five guys, IDF soldiers from Israel.
The dancing Israelis. You're going dancing Israelis. Listen, I've heard that, and that's.
What do you mean heard? You can see it. You know, you can look at the police manuscripts. You can look at everything. There's more than enough evidence.
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, you're jumping on me. I've heard the theory. I've read the stuff. I don't necessarily disagree with it. I would just say that knowing about something and not acting on it is much different than perpetrating something. And I think that you can make the argument that if they did know about it, they didn't say anything because they thought it would be politically viable to help their country. And I think that that's wrong if that's the case.
Or they've been in bed with our politicians as they are now. Because, I mean, I know you already forgot, so I'll remind you real quick. You might remember the Epstein files. That Epstein was Jew. He was IDF. He worked for and with Israel alongside many other countries.
So here's the thing: Have you listened to my?
How many Jewish people were?
Have you listened? Have you listened to my show before?
Unfortunately, too much.
Okay, I mean, well, then you've probably heard me say that Epstein was probably Mossad on several occasions.
Yes, but anytime that you're talking about Israel or Jews, boy, you're just like the kindest people in the world. And I'm like, have you not read the Talmud?
But
you do know that in the Talmud.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. You're talking about the Israeli government. I don't have any issue with you giving grief to the Israeli government. When you start painting with a broad brush amongst the people, that's too far. I don't think the average Jewish person walking down the street in America is some sort of Jewish supremacist. But I do believe that Muslims are coming here with an explicit goal to outbreed us because they've said it on numerous occasions. And you see how they take over areas like Dearborn, Michigan, and places in Texas, and it's like, yeah, that's an issue because
Dearborn is an issue, but the bigger issue is why hasn't our government done anything about it? We can cry and moan all we want, but if they're doing illegal stuff and our government isn't doing anything about it, then that's a big government issue. Why is our government allowing this kind of stuff? Just like zero arrest in the Epstein files with all of our wonderful guys like our President Trump. He's protecting everybody. So if our government won't do anything, then what are we talking about?
You have to shift the Overton window, and you have to talk about it. And I want President Trump to bring more arrests on the Epstein files. I've said that on my show before as well. But President Trump is doing a lot of things that are beneficial to this country. And he directs his DO.
There's nothing more important right now than the Epstein files. There's not been anything more important while he was campaigning. Dan Bongino, the rest of them.
Yeah,
that's the most important thing besides our, prices of everything.
Listen,
and let's be real.
If you want to knock this administration on something, you can absolutely knock them on the handling of the Epstein files. I won't disagree with you.
Yeah, it blows my mind that people like yourself that label yourselves as Christians still follow the guy, knowing he is literally, and you can't deny this. You can't deny this. Like, you can go say, okay, he's not a pedo. That's fine, whatever. But you cannot deny that he's protecting every single pedophile in that list. And let's not forget how many wonderful Israeli Jews are in that list, and how many victims are Jews on that list.
So, okay, so I've said on numerous occasions that he should fire Howard Lutnick. I said he should, 100%. But Donald Trump is also in the files, contacting Palm Beach Police Department saying that you guys need to go after Epstein. Donald Trump, it was his administration that originally arrested Epstein. Donald Trump worked with the attorney Bradley Edwards to help Epstein victims. I mean, like, you can say all of these things, and I can disagree with the administration and how they've handled it, but Trump has a DOJ that he says, go do what you need to do, and they release 3 million files. If that's not good enough for you, like, then you need to make noise, and you need to talk about it, and I've talked about it on my show. But that doesn't mean that we have to stop the business of the country in the meantime. And I would just point back to you and say, where was this energy? Where was this energy when Biden was in office?
We had that same energy, and we found out that the Democrats was not going to do anything. So our energy was to bring Trump in, because he said that he would, along with his people, said that they would do that. That is going to be the most important thing. So we did make noise.
So
we
where
did
is
vote him in.
But where
I
is
voted him in.
But where is Thomas Massey been? He said he was going to name names, right?
Hey, we're all waiting on those people to name names.
Where's Nancy Mace at?
Where's Donald
Where's Nancy
Trump?
Mace at?
Where's Donald Trump? He's the president.
He's in Turkey right now at a NATO summit. He's actually doing this. Where's Thomas Massey? He said he was going to name names.
He's got problems here.
He said he's going to name names.
Why are you defending him? Why are you defending him not arresting a single person on the list? Why?
You see, you're positioning this as me defending him. I'm saying that he's doing things, and you're looking at other people. You're looking at other people like Thomas Massey, like he's some sort of hero. Yet
I never said that. Quit putting words in my mouth.
Okay, well, don't put words in mine.
I didn't even mention him.
Okay. You know exactly.
I've listened to you a lot, so I know exactly what words. Those are your words, my friend. Those are your words.
So why haven't anyone else named names?
Why? They're all in the files. Why can't we arrest them like Lutnick? That should be the easiest slam dunk. Instead, he's taking pictures next to Trump. He's his best friend.
Do you know for a 100% certainty that Howard Lutnick did anything untoward towards a child?
Bruh. Come on.
No, seriously. Do you, Brian and Smyrna, have proof that Howard Lutnick did anything untoward towards a child?
Besides all the emails that he's in, besides all those emails, besides the pictures, and besides his mask in one of those rooms, I guess I don't.
Barack Obama was in the files like over 3,000 times. And I'm not going to label Barack Obama a pedophile because of it.
No, absolutely not. There's no proof that he is. However, he's in there.
So Howard Lutnick is in the files. He said he didn't go to the island. Then he said, okay, I did go to the island. I said he should be fired for lying to the American people. But other than that, what are you going to say about him?
I would say read the files that have his name associated with it, and you'll easily see that he's a sick pedo. It's not that hard. All
right, just send me the link. Send me the link that you got. Send me the .gov link that you have.
You guys blocked me on your text. I couldn't send it to you if I wanted to.
That's just not true. We don't block anybody.
Yes, you did.
Brian.
Yes, you did. You banned me on the text.
Bro, I have been having to go to the news for the past 6 minutes, and I've been having a conversation with you. Like, if I didn't want to talk to you, I would have just not answered the phone because my call screener put down in your blurb, fake Christian. So I knew you were going 100%. To call me out, and I still put you on the air because I'm not worried about these conversations.
Thank you for that.
Okay.
But we can't say that the Jewish people are great when, if you read their Talmud, that says Jesus, in their eyes, in Jewish eyes, Jesus Christ is in hell, boiling in urine and feces. His mother Mary was a prostitute.
I've heard.
And you're like, these are great people.
Things.
Our greatest Christian allies. Are you kidding me?
You're putting words in my mouth.
Then why do you defend them so much? Like, the Muslims sure don't care about them, but they at least see Jesus as a prophet, and they don't talk bad about him or his mother.
You're just anti-Jew everything.
No, not everything. Not at all. I am a Christian who reads the Bible Just read the Bible, and it tells you exactly who they are and what they believe. And then you read their Talmud, and it tells you that.
I do read the
Bible. Read the Epstein files. We're going to them. We're nothing but cattle
slaves. The Talmud is a bunch of old rabbis arguing with each other about stuff
that they still read and follow today. Even you brought up Ben Shapiro. He is a Talmudic Jew. What are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about?
Every Jew a Talmudic Jew?
Every Jew rejects and hates Jesus. They can't even use the plus sign when they add
every
in
Jew,
they have
every Jew is a Talmudic Jew.
Maybe not, but every single Jew does not like Jesus, and they don't.
Let's keep painting with a broad brush. And every Jew should confess that Jesus Christ is Lord of their lives, or they will face eternal damnation. That's every person on this planet. Thanks for the call. Appreciate you. 1038 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. My name is Chris Ann. I'm running late. Mason is sweating back there because I'm running so late. Mason, I apologize. But I didn't want to cut Brian off. I want to have these conversations. Difficult conversations are good to have. I got to tell you about my friends at the Glock Store. They have an O-Site and Glock Store VIP event. This is exclusive access, limited availability, Friday, August 7th. You're going to check in from 9 to 11:30. The event starts at noon. There's going to be meet and greet, pro photo shoot with featured guests like Short Shot Tony, Justine Williams, and our own personal favorite, Lenny McGill. Attendees are going to get a first look at pre-release O-Site optics, hands-on range time with great guns and O-Site optics, and expert instruction in CCW tips and tactics, expert instructions in red dot install and bore sighting techniques, catered lunch, a VIP gift bag with over $2,000, worth over $2,000, including a new O-Site optics. You can get your tickets today at glockstore.com/VIP. If anybody knows how to throw an awesome event, it's my friends at the Glock Store, glockstore.com/VIP.
Information fueled, opinion driven. Super Talk 99.7.
With your top stories, a public hearing tonight over data centers in Nashville. Channel 4's Braden Ross.
Speakers will be limited to 2 minutes each, and the public hearing will go until everyone has spoken. The two data center bills are last on the list of bills on public hearing. Council members could also decide to suspend the rules and consider a bill filed by Mayor Freddie O'Connell that would allow the city to use eminent domain to acquire the property next to the zoo where DC Blocks plans to build that data center. The meeting officially starts at 6:30 at the historic Metro Courthouse.
Now, DC Blocks says it's already vested in the property, and there's nothing that can be done to stop its data center project. You may want to check the freezer for blueberries. Publix has recalled 10-ounce bags of Green Wise organic blueberries across the southeast states, including Tennessee, telling customers to discard them right away. Publix says there have been 12 confirmed cases of stomach illness brought on by E. coli tied to those blueberries. Publix has removed them from store shelves in all states, including here in Tennessee. Dolly Parton announcing there's a new Broadway musical based on her life story. It's coming to Broadway this winter. Dolly, a true original musical, opens on her 81st birthday. That's January 19th. A version of the musical had previously played at Belmont University's Fisher Center for the Performing Arts in a limited run last summer. And it appears that Dallas, Texas is aiming to steal New York's financial crown with the opening of the Texas Stock Exchange. They call it Y'all Street.
There was no bell-ringing ceremony or floor traders shouting out buys and sells, but the Texas Stock Exchange quietly began operating in Dallas Monday with the trading of test securities as part of a staged launch. Live stock trading on Y'all Street is expected to begin Friday with a small group of securities with a broader rollout later in the year.
That's ABC's Jim Ryan. That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Joan Jones, WTN News.
Did you see this? This guy is from India. He makes a rogue illegal U-turn and an SUV slams into the back of his truck, killing 3 people inside. The highways are littered with illegal alien truck drivers killing people. How did they get their licenses?
Well, he's in California. We are working with the federal government to extradite him back to Florida. He will face incredibly severe charges here, and then he will be deported. But I will tell you that where was the role of the company in all of this? I don't think this guy spoke English. He clearly didn't know what he was doing behind the wheel. And yes, you shouldn't be giving illegals driver's license. We don't allow that in Florida. California does. They've issued probably over 1 million licenses to illegals in recent years.
Democrats always say, if we could just save one life. Imagine how many lives we could save if we required all of the truck drivers out there to speak English and be citizens of America.
.43 minutes past the hour on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. My name is Chris Hand. Show's brought to you by Better Water LLC. We could talk Muslims and Jews all day. We could. But I'd rather talk about America. I'm America first. That's what I'm into. That's what I like. Stars, stripes, Patriots. Big fan, actually. Big fan. You know, I'm here for elite energy. You know, let's talk about some elite energy. You know, George Washington, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Kim Jong-un. Wait, not that one.
Hold on.
Sorry. He's a cool little guy, though. Sonny Hostin on The View yesterday said the American flag, she's not a fan. It's a bit problematic for her. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like it at all. In fact, she says that when she walks into a neighborhood and there's too many American flags, she gets uncomfortable. This is the kind of stuff that we need to fight against. We need to fight against the anti-American sentiment. We like people that are pro-America. America first. Sonny Hostin on The View, not one of those things.
And I said this on this show many years ago, because this is my 10th year on the show, and I said there are times when I walk into a community and I see American flags all over the community, and I suddenly feel unsafe because there is a section of this country that has co-opted the American flag, and they equate being an American or an American flag with white supremacy, and that should never be the symbol of white supremacy, but they have weaponized.
Because the flag belongs to all of us.
It does belong to all of us.
The flag belongs to all of us. The flag belongs to all of us. It does belong to all of us. The flag belongs to... It's like, what do we do? What are these people doing? What kind of a mental deficiency do you have when you walk into a nice community and you see American flags and you think, oh my gosh, this is not for me. This has been co-opted by white supremacists. And has it been co-opted by white supremacists, or has your brain been so morphed and so deformed by the mainstream media propaganda that white supremacists are everywhere, the SPLC pushed lies that white supremacists are everywhere, that you just see white supremacy everywhere? The flag is for everyone.
Safe because there is a section of this country that has co-opted the American flag, and they equate being an American or an American flag with white supremacy, and that should never be the symbol of white supremacy, but they have weaponized.
Because the flag belongs to all of us.
It does belong to all of us. But those men were wearing a flag.
She's talking about the Patriot Front guys that were in D.C. You know, exercising their First Amendment right, being able to say whatever they want to say, no matter how much it bothers anyone. If the flag belongs to all of us, wouldn't that also include white supremacists? The flag belongs to all of us. Oh, okay. So yes, that would. Here's the thing. This is one of the things when we were talking about Nazis yesterday. I said I like my Nazis wearing armbands. You like to know who your Nazis are, and because if you take it away, then you don't know who they are. These are the same people who didn't like the old flag of the Confederacy there, and made that disappear, And now they're like, well, now they're co-opting the American flag. Oh, we have to get rid of that too, right? And before you think that this is just like a fringe issue and some crazy woman is saying thing on a show with cackling hens, it's not a fringe issue. It's not a crazy thing. You're actually seeing this in a lot of places. There's a San Diego County HOA. And do you know what this HOA is doing? They are fining their residents for having American flags on their property. There is nothing more that I hate than an HOA. You want to talk about a supremacist group? It is the HOA board. Listen to what these people are dealing with in San Diego.
I'm not going to let them bully me with fines to take down the symbol of America.
Well, does she know that it's actually been co-opted by white supremacists? Maybe that would change her tune. Maybe.
No, flag isn't coming down. No, everybody had flags up, the whole community. But now the last 2 years, it's just slowly, one after another, everyone's flags have come down.
They revisit this again. If the policy stands, then I will be fined every month that my flag is up.
Based. You know what they're going to fine this woman for having a flag on her home that she owns? $100 a month. This is the anti-American sentiment that has taken root. This is absolutely coming to you from communism roots. They are trying to subvert the elite American energy that has been in this country that got us to 250 years. And we need to push back on it.
Flag represents freedom and sacrifice and blood that was shed for this country.
Cook says she's a direct descendant of revolutionaries. She wears a Daughters of the American Revolution tattoo.
Based.
Her husband's father received a Purple Heart and Navy Cross for his sacrifice in World War II.
This is important, and people need to understand that they need to stand up for our country because there's too much at stake.
She's absolutely right, but in California, San Diego County to be particular, their HOA is threatening the residents, take down your flag or be fined. This is insane.
Residents say this debate with the HOA began 2 years ago. In part of an email explaining the policy in October of 2024, a board member identifies flying an American flag as essentially a political affiliative view.
It's a political view. Yes, loving America is a political view.
I think that they don't like looking at my American flag.
The HOA board office was closed. When NBC7 called, the phone service did not include a voicemail option.
Weird.
In a more recent email to Cook, dated May 8th, 2026, the Ambiance Owners Association wrote, "These restrictions are not meant as an inconvenience or an invasion of freedom, but rather as a means of maintaining harmony, continuity, and property value."
Nothing will plummet your property value faster than an American flag outside, obviously, especially in California.
Dave is doubling down. He's had a flag in the front of his home for 35 years. Instead of taking it down, he added a second in his backyard to this palm tree.
I'm going to flag even harder.
They're trying to tell me that the only way we could have one is not in the front or the side of the common property, but I can in my backyard.
Like Cook, Collins was urged to attend Tuesday's board meeting to make his case for displaying the American flag or face a $100 fine.
For 35 years, that flag has been on that corner.
I should not have to argue about my freedoms to display the symbol of freedom in America.
No matter the outcome of the board meeting showdown, Cook says you'll see her flag waving over this 4th of July holiday.
There's nothing more evil than an HOA. Keep them flags waving. 1051 Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Hey, what's up? It's Chris Hand here for my friend Aaron Parker over at Parker Safes and Vaults. Take a second and picture all the things in your home that you value. You know, the things that you hold near and dear that you would hate to lose. Maybe you got a collection of firearms. Maybe it's just jewelry, some old coins, precious metals. Maybe it's a guitar collection. Maybe it's family photo albums, heirlooms, birth certificates, social security cards, all those things, whatever they are, that you know are irreplaceable to you and your family, or at least hard to replace. Now imagine if you experienced a fire or a burglary and you lost all or some of those things. And it's not going to feel good. And many people have experienced that fire or theft and are left feeling completely violated or disheartened. What if I told you there was a way to remedy that before it happened? What if you can make one call and you don't have to worry about that scenario ever again? Well, that call is to Parker Safes and Vaults, and they've been helping people protect what they treasure for almost 20 years. You make one call, and the experts at Parker Safes will help you choose the right safe for your needs and your budget. They'll deliver it, and they'll install it themselves. This is a veteran-owned, family-run business, and they've been helping people just like you with their security and protection needs since they started back in '09. These guys sell serious products designed for serious protection. Liberty, American Security, Rhino, Heyman, Graph Under, and more. They specialize in the right safe for the right customer. Hundreds of 5-star reviews. These are the folks that call in Middle Tennessee, and today is the day to make that call. 931-842-6445, 931-842-6445, or you can check them out online, parkersafes.com.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Matt Murphy with Super Talk 99.7 WTN, and this morning we are out and about at my house, my brand new house that I've been talking about on the radio, with Nate from USS. What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm excellent. How about you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
We invited Nate out. Now, obviously, when you're a new homeowner, especially when you buy a house that's got a few years on it, you don't know what you're dealing with in terms of foundation. And I know that Nate knows a lot more about what I don't see and what I don't know about than I do. So bring the experts out and get them to check out your house. Hey guys, Matt Murphy again with Nate with USS, and Nate has just wrapped up kind of a look at the house. And Nate, what'd you find?
Well, your house is in pretty good shape for the age of it. I had to look pretty hard to find.
Okay.
Your house being on a slope like it is here, I think we could do a lot of good by trying to terminate your downspouts a little
Okay.
further from the house there.
Okay.
Roof water is the killer of foundations, and so if we can just get it to a positive grade to drain away from your house, I think that's real cheap insurance.
You want to kind of get it out and downhill.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
So
the idea.
make sure that it doesn't come right back down towards the foundation walls and causing issues, settlement or leakage.
Now, if folks are watching this video and they are like, we need to get Nate out to the house to do a look. I mean, I watched you do it. It's, about 30, 45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
To do a comprehensive kind of an examination around the house. And they just give you a call and schedule?
Yeah, absolutely. You can call our main phone number, or you can call reach USSTN.com and schedule right through the website there. Our girls in the call center will get back to you just about immediately, as long as it's during business hours. So
this just makes a lot of sense, folks, for you guys to do an examination of your house like we've done, to check it out. I'm going to get those gutters done with Nate and his team at USS, and then we'll do a video and let you know how those look at the end of all of this. So thank you, guys.
Hey, that'd be great.
We appreciate you, brother.
Matt, we appreciate you.
All right, drivers in Williamson County, we've got some construction work getting in your way. It's going to be 65 northbound at the Thompson Stations Road overpass. Stop and go traffic starting at exit 53. That's at Saturn Parkway. And the man accused of murdering Charlie Kirk due back in a Provo, Utah courtroom today. Got a preview of that coming up at 11 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
That's Ken Weaver in the newsroom. My name is Chris Hand. The show's brought to you by Better Water LLC. You enjoying that Diet Dr. Pepper back there, Ken?
I don't have any Diet Dr. Pepper there, Brother Chris.
You know who would say that? The person that stole Mason's Diet Dr. Pepper from the fridge.
Somebody stole my Diet Dr. Pepper, and I'm a little upset.
Dude, you can't put anything in that fridge. You got to know that, Brother Mason.
I know.
You got to check the cameras.
I do. There is technically a camera in there. I think it's real. But also, Pamela Furr told me that she put that camera in there, so I'm not sure if it really is.
What you need to do is put a sticky note on your products in there that says, I spit on this, and then dropped it on the bathroom floor.
What if they drink it faster?
Well, now there's nothing you can do about that.
Could spike it with laxatives next time.
Dude, you should.
I've thought about that.
You should spike everything with laxatives if you're going to leave it in that fridge.
True.
I'm sorry that you lost your Diet Dr. Pepper.
That sucks.
Yep.
Somebody's walking around with a Diet Dr. Pepper in this building that doesn't belong to them.
Have you thought about going door to door? Studio to studio?
I thought about it. I almost burst in on the Zone.
Dude, smart money is it's one of the guys on the Zone.
Lucas, probably.
Dude, if I was going to bet, it's definitely a guy on the Zone. But then, no, the country folks.
I don't know.
I can see the country folks stealing it too.
Who knows?
Well, I'm sorry that you lost your soda.
That sucks, man.
It's okay. I'm just a little disappointed.
I mean, he's not mad. He's just disappointed. Do you want me to buy you a soda during the commercial break?
No, I'll take care of it.
I'll buy you one.
Chris, I am full-time now. I can afford one can of soda a month.
It's not about the money. It's about the principle.
Brother Mason can buy a soda with his hair.
I wish that were the case.
That hair is looking awesome.
He's been doing the shimmy shake on YouTube TV all day.
See it in
the shake and the fluff.
Yeah.
On the way, Graham Platner, is he out? Is he officially oot when it comes to the Senate race in Maine? We'll talk about it next. It's 11 o'clock. This is Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
$11 o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Today is going to be just like a yesterday, where we're going to get some pop-up showers and thunderstorms as the afternoon rolls on. It won't be everywhere all the time, but it will be somewhere some of the time. Now let's get to the news. The man accused of murdering Charlie Kirk is due back in a Provo, Utah courtroom today for the second day of his preliminary hearing. Prosecutors laying out evidence and testimony in the case to convince the judge there is enough evidence to take the case to trial. ABC's Alex Stone is there.
Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica, and his parents are expected back in the courtroom to hear more testimony and see more evidence today. On Monday, they left the courtroom when graphic testimony was given and when videos of Kirk's murder were being shown to the judge. Only the judge and attorneys could see the videos, and at one point when Kirk was shot in a video, the judge could be seen visibly jumping in reaction. Today, more testimony from law enforcement who responded to and investigated Kirk's murder is expected. Alex Stone, ABC News, Provo, Utah.
Tennessee is reporting at least one case, but health officials are looking to see if there's a common source of higher than usual cases of a stomach bug in 2 other states. Here's ABC's Chuck Severson.
Cyclospora cases are about 13.5 times higher than on average in Michigan. There are nearly 700, says an official from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. That's up from 300 cases reported last Thursday. In Ohio, there were 177 cases July 2nd, says the state health department. Typically, both states report 50 cases a year. Officials say it can take a week or 2 between exposure and symptoms appearing. The one-cell parasite usually spreads through food or water contaminated with feces, says the CDC. D.C.
Yeah, Tennessee is among the states that have reported cyclospora cases this year. The last year of reported cases available on the Tennessee Department of Health's database was 2023, when the annual count was 71 cases. Beef remains a staple of millions of American households despite its record high cost. ABC's Jim Ryan says the newest threat to the industry, the New World screwworm, has not affected the price at the meat counter, at least not yet.
Agriculture officials now confirm 32 cases of the parasitic larvae of the screwworm fly infesting livestock in a dozen Texas counties and a dog in New Mexico. And while the price of ground beef is nearly $7 a pound, industry analysts say it has nothing to do with the New World screwworm and everything to do with lower production and steady consumer demand.
Tennessee's state veterinarian has ordered stricter import requirements for warm-blooded animals coming from screwworm-affected areas, including mandatory inspections and, when necessary, preventive treatment before entry into the state. That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
It's 11:06 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. My name is Chris Hand. The show is brought to you by Better Water LLC. We got to get those likes and subscribes up on YouTube so we can get Mason another Diet Dr. Pepper.
Please.
If somebody could do that, that'd be great. You know, one time when I had to eat Chipotle burrito bowl with chopsticks in here, a listener sent us a bunch of plastic cutlery.
True.
So maybe, just maybe, the Diet Dr. Pepper Fairy will pay you a visit.
Can they throw in a car AC system as well?
Maybe. Let's not get greedy. Your AC's not working?
It's never worked.
You really do want to be like Ken Weaver, don't you?
Well, not from the look of his hair.
No.
He needs to work on his beard.
I was say, if I could replicate that beard,
But you don't want to shave your head, Brother Mason.
Not yet.
Yeah, you got too much good hair. I've got hair, but it's not like I used to have.
Yeah, I'm working on my beard too. It's in like a weird transition phase.
I'd have a very weird-looking mullet if I was to grow my hair out now.
Dude, you should. You should go full mullet, Ken.
Please do.
I'll give you $100.
I'll match that.
Mason said that he was going to do half of his hair in cornrows and half of his hair in a fro for the 4th of July, and he backed out on that bet. Never mind. You deserve to have your Diet Dr. Pepper stolen.
I didn't say I would do it. You said that I should do it.
I went from feeling bad for you to like completely the other side. Good.
Who didn't hire somebody to do it on July 3rd?
You deserve to have that Dr. Pepper stolen.
That was you.
I was busy on July 3rd doing the best of for every program on this station.
You're right. My bad. July 2nd.
So you want to do it this week?
If you hire somebody to come into the station.
I don't want to hire somebody. Can somebody do it for free and we'll give them promo?
I mean, if you could work it out.
I don't know. Do you think somebody doing it for the on-air promo would get a return on investment from our audience?
Probably not.
Probably not. It's probably not. It's probably not going to pay off, but it would be fun.
It'd definitely be interesting.
I feel like I could find somebody. So you said you would do it if I can find somebody. Because we got a couple more weeks of Mason.
True.
Got to take full advantage of it.
Yep. Ready for Radio Segway Gold?
Hit me.
Looks like we only might have another week of Graham Platner.
I'm hoping less.
This guy. Do you remember a couple weeks back? He not a couple weeks back, but like every time a scandal popped up, they're like, "Is there any more scandals?" And he was like, "Nah, dude, we're totally good moving forward. There's not going to be anything else that comes out on me." He said it over and over and over again.
I'm wondering, are there other skeletons from your past that still may emerge in this race?
No.
But the GOP is going to dig up everything and more that they can.
Yeah. And probably lie at some point. I mean,
is there something new you want to get ahead of?
No.
People have to take you at your word that that's true and that there's nothing else. Is that what you are saying?
Yes.
So that was CNN, the New York Times, and MS Now. We don't have that name. It's not MSNBC anymore. He said there's nothing else coming. There's nothing else happening except for that one thing that just happened.
Some breaking news coming into the story. Maine Democratic Senate candidate Graham Platner responding to a bombshell new Politico report detailing serious allegations of sexual assault. Politico reporting, quoting now, a woman who dated Platner says he forced her to have sex with him nearly 5 years ago, despite her repeated objections, an allegation Platner denies.
That's what we in the industry call rape, my friends. That is rape. Graham Platner is being accused of rape. This is the Nazi tattoo guy, communist, that was running for the Senate seat in the state of Maine. Rape accusations. Anything else that you need to get in front of, sir? Nope. That's about it.
The woman, a 41-year-old Maine resident named Jenny Rassicott, detailed the alleged incident in 3 interviews over the past 2 weeks. Now, Platner denying the allegations outright. He just put out a new video calling them, quoting again, troubling, serious, and false. He says, again quoting, "We are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward for the state that I love."
They've been canceling campaign events. It looks like he is cooked. Schumer and Gillibrand, they're calling for him to drop out of the race. Ro Khanna, Ruben Gallego, they're withdrawing their endorsements. And it's because the story that Jenny Rassicott told Politico is that while she and Platner had been involved in an on-again, off-again relationship, in 2021, he allegedly entered her rural Maine home uninvited one night while intoxicated and forced himself on her while she repeatedly told him to stop. "I remember him grabbing my pelvis and being really forceful of me," she explained to the outlet. "I remember the specific moment where I thought to myself, like, this is no longer my choice." Breitbart News reported in June that several women, including Lindsay Fiffield and Rassicott, spoke to the New York Times about their past relationships with Platner. While Fiffield told the outlet that Platner could be rough with her and described an instance in which they were in an argument and he twisted her arm behind her back, shoved her into a bedroom, and held the door closed from the other side. She said he never hit her. The outlet said that according to Rassicot, in 2021, he arrived at her house drunk, after she had asked him not to come over. So he's drunk driving too. Rassicot told the outlet that she found this behavior to be reckless and unsettling. Graham Platner is responding, and it looks like a hostage video that he put out on his Twitter account yesterday at about 2:30. Graham for Maine. It is about 2 minutes long. This is Graham Platner, the Democrat communist rapist, alleged that he's saying these allegations are not true.
I wanted to directly address the troubling, serious, and false allegations against me. Any accusation of non-consensual behavior is categorically false. Over the last 10 months, I have been deeply humbled by the faith Mainers have put in me. You have welcomed me into your homes, into your places of work, into your restaurants, into your houses of worship. You have shown that a different kind of politics, one that puts the interests of people over corporations, is not just possible, but is inevitable.
Now, here's something that you might not catch if you're not watching on Super Talk TV, on YouTube or Rumble. As we're playing, this statement is carefully crafted, and the edits are very, very apparent. Everything he's saying is very, very deliberate, obviously pre-planned and executed in a way to make him seem like he's the one being attacked and he's the victim here. Even his tone and his body language is very soft and reserved. His arms are really close in, making himself look a little bit smaller than he really is. He's a big guy. He's kind of like shrunk in his seat a little bit. And it's very intentional here, what they're going for. Not just with the statement, but with the body language that he's displaying. He must have some sort of disaster PR firm working with him to try and navigate this. But I don't know if he's going to be able to escape this latest accusation. They described the Nazi tattoo away and said he didn't know what it meant. He just had it for like a couple decades. No big deal. They described away the twisting of the arm and the pushing of the girl and the holding the door shut as he had PTSD. What are you going to do? But this one is going to be a mountain for the Democrat Party to climb. And again, a lot of Democrats are running away from this individual at this time.
This movement we have built, the largest volunteer base in the history of Maine politics, the hundreds of thousands of grassroots donors, and the supporters across the ideological spectrum, we were united in a love of Maine, a belief that our politics must change, and a focus on defeating Susan Collins. So, regardless of the inaccuracy of the reporting, but mindful of the political reality it will inflict, we are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward for the state that I love, the people that I love, the movement I belong to, and the goal of defeating Susan Collins. Those were the goals when we launched this campaign, and they remain my goals today.
And I think those goals are going to get harder to accomplish, my friend. And the woman who is saying that Graham raped her in 2021 sat down with Jake Tapper for an interview, and she explained it in her own words.
I know that you have been very reluctant to tell this story.
Yeah.
Very reluctant. Why did you ultimately decide to do it? Why come forward?
A few reasons. One of the biggest ones is that I think that there are a lot of men in this world relying on the silence of women and to be where they are. And I don't want to contribute to that. I also want to just get my life back.
There are going to be people, maybe even his campaign, certainly his supporters, who say this is politically motivated. What would you say to that?
I couldn't disagree more. That was actually one of the reasons that I didn't come out.
Because you agree with his politics.
I do. I really agree with his politics. I think we need somebody with those political stances and who are willing to do the work. And, I see his political videos. They get me fired up as well. I understand why people want someone like him in office.
I mean, I'd be lying to you if I didn't say that the conversation online is that this is a political hit job done by the Democrat Party because they're seeing this growing wing of these Democrat socialists, these commies taking over their party, and they've just about had enough. I mean, she did wait 5 years to come out with the accusation. If she was really raped, you would wonder why it took so long. I'm not denying her take on the story, and I do believe that this is going to be the end of Graham Platner's political career in Maine and writ large the country. But there's some questions here about the motivations behind the timing of all of this. Yet, as it moves forward, the Democrats are absolutely running away from this guy. Again, Chuck Schumer, Kirsten Gillibrand are calling for him to immediately withdraw from the Senate race. Senate Democrat leader Chuck Schumer and DSCC Chair Kirsten Gillibrand are calling for Graham Platner to withdraw from the Maine Senate race, saying these allegations reported today are incredibly disturbing, obviously, and that violence, abuse, and sexual assault are absolutely unacceptable, obviously. Graham Platner needs to immediately withdraw as the Democratic nominee for Senate and allow Maine Democrats the opportunity to choose a new candidate who can defeat Susan Collins. The DSCC will not invest in the Maine Senate race if Platner remains on the ballot. Now, I mean, this is the same party who didn't have an issue with the Nazi tattoo. They didn't have an issue with the radical communist takes, but this might be a bridge too far. I mean, this was Chuck Schumer just a few weeks ago.
On Graham Platner, are you satisfied with the explanations he's given for the controversies his campaign has faced right now? Are you concerned about what you've heard?
I met with Graham Platner today. We're going to beat Susan Collins and take back the Senate. Yes.
I mean, again, that was a few weeks back, and Chuck Schumer was there for Graham Platner at the time, yet now, not so much. This guy's got some skeletons in his closet. He said, regardless of the inaccuracy of the reporting, but mindful of the political reality it will inflict, we are taking some time to reflect on the best path forward for the state I love, the people that I love, the movement I belong to, and the goal of defeating Susan Collins. That was Maine Democrat Senate candidate Graham Platner. Rachel Maddow and Chris Hayes over on MS Now, they're doing what the media is doing. They are saying that is politically damaging to Democrats, and they're out over at MS Now on Graham Platner, but these were the same people that were defending him for weeks.
I'll just say that he basically said no, but I didn't necessarily feel like that no was 100% convincing. Again, this is me just like reading body language and making a personal judgment. It's not because I have inside knowledge, just the way that you react. That no felt like a little wobbly. I'll just say it. I think other people who heard the no felt like it was a little wobbly too. And I think, that's obviously borne out.
Yeah. And I will tell you just when you did that interview, I listened to it live on Sirius XM as it was happening. And on that point, which you were very insistent with him on, I was like, that doesn't sound like a categorical clear no. And I went home and watched the tape version of you do it because I wanted to see him give his answer too. And that was my take too.
So Maine still has time to get a new Democrat Senate candidate. The first step is he has to withdraw. And then once a vacancy is declared, the Maine Democratic Party must follow a process to select and submit a new candidate to the Maine Secretary of State by a later deadline. I'm not exactly sure of the deadline. I've seen July 13th in some places, but I'm not 100% accurate on that. But as it stands, there's no real way that Platner is going to win this, right? How bad would that look for the Democrat Party if these vote blue, no matter who individuals show up anyway and vote for this guy at this point? Nazi tattoos, sexual misconduct allegations, rape allegations. It's insane, even for the Democrats. I think that you can put the nail in the coffin on Graham Platner's Senate hopes. It's 11:21. This is Super Talk, 99.7 WTN. Hey, what's up? It's Chris Hand here from my friends at Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. I love these guys. I use these guys. They've actually fixed a leaky handle on my bathtub just a couple days ago. When we have plumbing needs, we call them. If you got plumbing needs, heating needs, cooling needs, these are the best guys to call. And right now, if you need a new HVAC system, they have some of the sweetest deals of the season. You purchase a select high-efficiency unit, you're going to get a free air duct fogging and a UV light home treatment to help keep your home's air cleaner and fresher. You got plumbing projects, you can save $800 off a whole home water and drain line replacement today. Now, how about this? Some neighborly love. You join the Busy Bee Beehive Club, and you'll get one free yearly Beehive membership to give to someone in your neighborhood. Maybe you have a radical, tyrannical HOA president that you need to get off your case. Well, how about you grease the wheels by giving that neighbor a Busy Bee Beehive Club membership for free. You need financing. Qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 18 months, no interest paid, in full within 18 months. 615-775-7833. 615-775-7833. Or find them online, busybeehvac.com.
All right, drivers in Williamson County still showing that construction work in the way. 65 northbound at the Thompson Station Road overpass. The slowdown starts there at Saturn Parkway. Accused Charlie Kirk murderer Tyler Robinson due back in a Provo, Utah courtroom today. We've got that and more top stories at 11:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
That's Ken Weaver in the newsroom. My name is Chris Hand. The show's brought to you by Better Water LLC. Water filtration systems, water softeners, betterwater.com. Headlines with Mr. Weaver, less than 5 minutes away. My guy RD in Columbia wants to weigh in. What's up, RD? How are you?
Good morning, Chris. How you doing, young man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Well, very good. I have a delightful, brief little youth baseball story I think you'll enjoy. But first off, how are your boys doing in their baseball?
Man, we're good. We got like one tournament left for each kid, but it's hot out there, man. It is hot.
Well, a while back you were talking about a tournament and they got rained out. How'd they wind up doing in that one, Chris?
So Bishop has been crushing his tournaments. He's my 6-year-old. They've played in 3 and they won 2 of them. And then my buddy, my older guy, my buddy Brooks, he got an MVP ring in his last tournament that he's been in, but he's missed a few because then we had vacation. He's got one this weekend, so we'll keep our fingers crossed that they can pull out the W.
Like I told you, to cherish these wonderful moments, because I have a cherished moment I want to share with you real quick.
Yeah, hit me.
This month, it's the 50th anniversary of this occurrence. My only son, who I lost a couple of years ago, he was 5 years old. We were in a 5-year-old Pee-wee, 5 and 6-year-old Pee-wee league. Well, Chris, the first 3 games he went hitless. Next game he blasted one into the outfield. Well, he takes off the first, and the first base coach gives him the sign to go to second. He makes his turn to second, and he does exactly how he's coached. He found me at third base coach. I'm giving him the stop sign to second. Chris, his little legs never let up. He just kept on running. Halfway to third base, the third baseman had the ball waiting on him. So I gave him the sign to slide, and he slides in, gets tagged out. I'm helping him up, and I'm dusting the dust off his boots. I said, now, son, I saw you looking right at me, giving you the stop sign to second. And he said, yeah, Daddy, but I was so excited I couldn't stop running.
I love it. RD, you're welcome to call in anytime, my man. I appreciate the call. Let's go to JT in Gallatin. He wants to talk about John Rose. What's up, JT?
Hey, Chris. I really enjoy your show. First time caller to your show, long time listener to the station. I was just listening to the John Rose commercial where he talks about doing something to protect Tennessee for Tennesseans. And I'm voting for Monty Fritz, but I thought that was an interesting concept because as a longtime Tennessean, I continually feel like I'm kind of priced out and sort of being squeezed out by all the people coming here from California with more advantaged real estate situations. And you know, it's hard. It's hard for someone that's native born, lived here their whole life, worked hard to just even buy a little chunk of land and try to kind of live the Tennessee dream. But I don't know. I was curious your thoughts on that. He kind of seemed like he implied that maybe he wants to keep property taxes low for Tennesseans. And I don't know, maybe we subsidize that by taxing out-of-state people moving here. I don't know. I'd be curious to see if he would come on your show and talk more about that. I don't know if you've got some thoughts on that or not.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely. John's welcome on the show anytime. Just for the record, any of the gubernatorial candidates are welcome on the show anytime. I don't know how that would work. Could you tax individuals coming from out of state? It would be interesting. I came from out of state. When we got here, we rented, and then we bought a house in Murfreesboro, and I felt blessed that we got it when we did because I felt that same squeeze that you're talking about. We got here in 2017. We bought our house in 2018, and it was like I probably couldn't have afforded that house if it was the price that I could sell it at today. So, you know, I get where you're coming from. I don't know how that works. If you could tax somebody coming into the state, it's an interesting thought. But would you want to keep people out of the state? I mean, would you want to lose the revenue that they could bring here via taxes and spending and all that kind of stuff? I don't know. I'm definitely open to having John Rose on to talk about that a little bit more. I'm open to having Marsha Blackburn on to talk about that a little bit more, and I'm open to having Monty Fritz on to talk about that a little bit more too. I'm going to vote for Monty in the primary. That's just me. You make your own decision. You do your own research. I just like Monty a lot. I think he's a really good guy, but I think that all three are good candidates, good enough. And I think that no matter who wins the primary, that's whoever wins the primary is who I'm voting for in the general, obviously. 11:31, Super Talk, 99.7 WTN.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Remember, voters, you got to get registered today to participate in the August 6th state primary election. Today's the deadline. You can go online. You can do it by mail or through your local election commission before today's deadline. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Accused Charlie Kirk murderer Tyler Robinson due back in a Provo, Utah courtroom today for the second day of his preliminary hearing. So are Kirk's widow, Erica, and his parents.
Tyler Robinson appeared to focus his attention on other things in the courtroom instead of watching videos of Charlie Kirk being shot. Robinson's family sitting in the courtroom 2 rows behind Kirk's widow, Erica, and Kirk's parents, along with other family members. The Kirk family left the courtroom when the videos of the murder were shown to the judge. Day 1 of the preliminary hearing was made up mostly of law enforcement talking about responding to and investigating Kirk's killing. More testimony from police is expected today. Alex Stone, ABC News, Provo, Utah.
Here in Nashville, debate over data centers goes before the Metro Council tonight. City leaders expect a large crowd. Channel 4's Joylyn Bukovac on how the hearing is going to be managed.
Metro Council is doing something different for today's meeting, and that's just because they're expecting so many people to come out and speak out about data centers. Anyone who wants to address the council on either of the 2 data center bills will need a free speaker ticket. So you can pick up one of those starting at 5 o'clock this afternoon upstairs in the 2nd floor of the historic Metro Courthouse. Those tickets are unlimited, but they will determine the order that speakers are called.
Council doors open at 5:30 and the meeting starts at 6. All speakers will be limited to 2 minutes. That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
You are not a season away from getting good health insurance. You don't have to wait for open enrollment in the fall. That's what the big guys want you to believe. With Cover Nash, you can get covered right now today. You can switch today. You can start saving money today. No waiting, no gimmicks. You missed open enrollment, no problem. You lost your job coverage, Shane's got you covered. You're sick of overpriced junk insurance, or you want to know if your insurance is junk and overpriced. Talk to Shane Ring and Cover Nash right now. They partner with over 75 top-rated insurance companies, including brand new nationwide PPO options with deductibles as low as $250, flat $50 doctor visits, even for specialists, ACA compliant plans with free preventative care, plans for individuals, families, self-employed. You got a whole small business, you got some employees. Shane can help you out. Stop overpaying, stop waiting, stop thinking you're stuck. You go to covernash.com or pick up the phone and call Shane right now. 615-465-0023. Affordable health insurance is a call or a click away. CoverNash.com or 615-465-0023. Cover Nash. Health insurance on your terms, not the government's. CoverNash.com.
Did you see this? This guy is from India. He makes... Did you see this lunatic?
What's wrong with me? Oh, hey, smile for the camera, you little Nazi bitch! That's enough. Kill all Nazis! We want World War II! Fuck you! Kill all Nazis!
So that is a crazed leftist yelling at a Republican and calling him Nazis. When will the Democrats understand calling Republicans Nazis is anti-Semitic? Because when you do that, what you're doing is sanitizing what Adolf Hitler and the Nazis did. That, my friends, is anti-Semitic.
Kill all Nazis! We want World War II! Fuck you! Kill all Nazis!
37 minutes past the hour. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. My name is Chris Hand. The show is brought to you by Better Water LLC. Water filtration systems, water softeners, betterwater.com. We are going to jump into the lightning round in a minute. But real quick, Earl in the borough wants to talk about the governor's race, and I'm here for it. What's up, Earl? How are you?
Yes, sir, I'm fine. I love your show.
Thanks, man.
Listen to y'all a lot. I just wanted to say that Marsha Blackburn, I feel like the only reason that she's running for governor is because she wants to be the privilege of being the first woman governor for the state of Tennessee. I'm asking the people to consider Mr. Rhodes. I think he's a better qualified. She's a politician, and that's all I got to say. People get out and vote for Mr. Rhodes. We don't need her in there as no governor.
Well, hold on one sec. I want to break it down with you. What makes you think that the only reason she wants to run is because she wants to be the first woman governor? Is that just like a gut feeling, or have you heard something that makes you feel that way? Like what brought you to that conclusion?
State of Tennessee's never had a woman governor.
But what brought you to the conclusion that the only reason Marsha's running is because she wants to be the first woman governor?
That's because if you take all the elections, to be honest, when a woman runs, nothing against women, but when a woman runs, most of the women vote for them because of the situation of they're a woman. And I feel like
not necessarily. Like my wife is a bigger Monty Fritz fan than I am. And she wouldn't vote for somebody just because she's a woman.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but that's the way it seems that most of it works out to be. And that's my feeling, that she just wants to be the first woman governor.
So it's just a gut feeling.
Right. I called her office 3 times. She hadn't called me back yet, so that's when I said to heck with her. I'm going to vote for John Rhodes. I'm for him 100%.
So what do you like about Rose?
He's a country boy. He's a farmer. We need people in there. Most of your farmers have got money. They know how to manage. They know how to not blow money. They buy this equipment and they know how to manage it and run it and make money. And a farmer, if you just look around, all you farmers has always had money. So that's my reason. He's a farmer.
And he's got money.
He knows how to pinch that dollar. You don't blow money.
Okay, hey, that's fair enough, man. You're entitled to your opinion. I appreciate you calling and letting us know.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah, man, of course. I mean, I think you can ding Marsha for a lot of things, and I mean, I would say she's probably the most politician-y out of the three candidates. But I'm not going to jump to conclusions and say that she's only running because she wants to be the first female governor of Tennessee. I don't know. I feel like that's a bit of a stretch. Is that fair? I'll be honest with you. I think it might actually hurt her being a woman. And I think it actually might hurt her with conservative women. I don't know. I don't know. That's just me. Repeal the 19th Amendment, they say. I actually don't believe that. I don't. I think if you can lead your family and be the leader as the man in the household, why would you want to repeal the 19th Amendment? Why wouldn't you want to multiply your vote? Why wouldn't you want to lead your family, lead your wife down the right path towards the right candidate, make your case, so that way that vote, which would be 1, becomes 2? Why wouldn't you want to have a lot of babies with that same wife and then have boys and girls that you can lead the right way and have those votes multiply? I don't know if you've been keeping score, but at a certain point down the road, my 1 vote is going to multiply into 7 votes. So I think the repeal of the 19th Amendment is downright silly. I think judging a candidate based on the gender, I think that's a little silly too. I think there's lots of good female politicians. I don't think Marsha's a bad female politician. I mean, she's obviously good at what she does to reach the heights that she's reached. She's one of the reasons why we don't have a state income tax here in Tennessee. And I mean, Uncle Phil played a huge part in that as well. But Marcia was right there alongside him the entire time. And I think that you have to give credit where credit is due. We don't have a state income tax in this state, and Marcia Blackburn is a big reason for that. So give flowers. But I'm not going to be like, Marcia only wants to be the governor. So that way she can say she's the first female governor ever. I don't know. I think that's a stretch. I do. Tim in the borough. What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, good, Chris. How you doing?
Good. What do you got?
I just heard a commercial kind of new thing. I've heard it a couple times now about how John Rose let China basically into Tennessee and own farmland and things like that. And I hadn't heard that before, and I didn't know how he would be involved with that. I have heard him now say that he wants to keep China from owning land, but I didn't know if you knew anything about that or had heard how he was involved with letting them into Tennessee in the first place.
I hadn't heard that before either, and it's definitely something I'm going to do a dig on. But I don't think that John Rose is a fan of China. I don't know.
It was kind of news. And it wasn't from Marcia Blackburn. It was a support group or something. But I just didn't know because I hadn't heard that before. I just want to know if you knew anything. So.
No, I'm not 100% up to speed on that, but I'll do some digging and I'll bring something to the air tomorrow.
Appreciate it.
All right, man. Appreciate you. And to be fair, I don't think any three of the candidates that we have would ruin Tennessee. I just don't. I think Rose would do a decent enough job. I think Marcia would do a decent enough job. I think Monty would do a decent enough job. So I think that we're in a good spot no matter where we land. Let's go to Tommy and Mount Juliet. What's up, man?
Hey, Chris, I just wanted to say, I was telling the other guy, I found out I had a biological son I didn't know about. He found me 2 years ago, but anyway, he's a U.S. congressman in Dallas, and we keep in touch. And I asked him, I said, who do you like in a governor's race in Tennessee? And he said, of the three, the best was Marcia.
Wait. Hold on.
I just wanted to put that in there.
Hold on. Back the truck up. You found out that you had a biological son in Texas that's a U.S. congressman?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. He called me one night, and he said, you Tommy, and I ain't going to say my last name. I said, yeah. And he said, well, I'm your son. I said, what?
Don't tell me it's Brandon Gill. Are you Brandon Gill's dad?
And all that.
Are you Brandon Gill's dad? Are you Brandon Gill's dad?
No.
Who is it?
His first name is Lance Gooden. He's out of District, I think, 6 in Dallas. But anyway, that was what he told me, you know.
You like Marcia?
He always texted me that Marcia was the best of the three. So anyway.
That's crazy. That's a crazy story. Thanks for sharing it, Tommy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's bananas. Well, hey, man, good genes, I guess.
He's a good old boy.
All right, I appreciate the call.
We still haven't gotten in touch, but we're going to.
Yeah, you might as well. You gotta. He'll take care of you as you get older, man. Appreciate the call, Tommy. Let's go to Patricia in McEwen. What's up, Patricia?
Well, hi, Chris. You seem like a wonderful father and a wonderful husband. I'm going to vote for Monty Fritz because I listened to all of them, and he made one statement that stuck in my mind, and it was, it's time for us to turn over the tables and start washing feet. And that, of course, is from the Bible.
Yes, ma'am.
That was absolutely beautiful, and it's in my mind. And I have a little story for your children.
Okay, tell me.
There's a little boy named Bobby, and he's in school drawing a picture. Teacher goes by and sees him really involved and doing what he's doing. He says, Bobby, what are you doing? He says, I'm drawing a picture. What are you drawing, Bobby? I'm drawing a picture of God. Oh, Bobby, you can't draw a picture of God. No one knows what God looks like. Bobby says, well, teacher, when I'm finished with this picture, they will.
Perfect. Cute. I love it. I love it. Thanks for the call, Patricia. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. All right. I think we got to do the lightning round. Do we have to do? I think we're running out of time, Mason. I didn't mean to turn it into a debate on the governor, by the way. I had one call in the queue. That's what we call it in the business. We call it the queue. We used to call it. No, we just always called it the queue. And I had one.
What to say?
I had one call in the queue, and then I took the call, and then immediately
You had 12 in the queue.
There was 12 calls in the queue, so I apologize. Time for the lightning round.
It's the lightning round with Chris Hand.
I just didn't want to be rude to the people in the queue, and I feel like I'm still being rude because like Ray and Brian are still waiting, but we got to get to the lightning round. And I apologize, Ray. I apologize, Brian. We'll dive more into the governor's stuff tomorrow.
Absolutely.
That sound fun?
Yeah, call in tomorrow. I'll take your calls. I'll take your calls.
I want to find out why John Rose is such a fan of China.
China.
Did you know that? I didn't. You're telling me for the first time.
China.
I don't think. Really? I don't know. Maybe. How do you feel about lo mein? So I'm gonna get him on the show. I'm gonna ask the hard questions. Crab Rangoon? Yeah. So, what?
Nice.
What?
I feel like he's more of an imitation crab guy. Not
You
a
think?
real crab guy.
Oh, don't besmirch the man. He's not here to defend himself.
Come on the show.
Seriously, John, you're welcome to the show anytime. I think I've met John a few times. He's always a very nice guy. Always. And I can say the same about all of them. They're very nice in person. They're very nice people. So, I don't have much bad to say about them.
Which is a good thing.
Like, I really don't. I don't have much. I try not to say bad things about people unless I have to. Sometimes I have to.
Unless they're imitation crab fans, then
some things we can't take back.
Can't take that back.
Do you really think he would be an imitation crab guy?
I feel like he's an imitation crab guy.
Have you ever seen how they make imitation crab?
No, but
you should Google
just the
it.
thought of it.
You should look that up on the YouTube.
That's a rabbit hole I'll go down tonight.
Bro.
Crab hole.
The crab hole.
I don't know if I want to say that.
You don't want to be crab pilled. Trust me. It's gross.
Break out of your shell.
It's like they're using Bobby Kennedy would be very upset. Let me just put it that way.
There's definitely red food dye in that.
I think it's probably the safest way to put it. Bobby Kennedy would be very upset if he knew you were eating imitation crab.
Put McDonald's to shame.
I feel like a McDouble would be safer than imitation crab.
I feel like it would too.
At least there's human meat in a McDouble.
Yeah, you know what's in the McDouble.
You know what's in it. So
you don't know what's in it.
You know. It's like boot, raccoon, a little human meat. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
All right. Do we have to do something here?
First story? Last story?
First story in the lightning round. I don't like soccer.
Really?
But if there's one thing I like less than soccer, it's traitorous soccer fans.
What?
I'm just going to be honest. We got a photo here of the Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, one of the seditious six. You know what he's doing? Do you know what he's doing? And I feel like maybe this isn't the soapbox for me to get on, but I do feel like it's a soapbox for me to step on. If I'm going to defend anything when it comes to soccer, this is it. If you're going to watch a terrible sport, at least root for the least terrible aspect of it. Team USA. But the United States Senator should probably be tarred and feathered for this because he got caught in the wild wearing a Mexico jersey.
Ooh.
That's pretty much the whole story.
That's as far as you got?
That's pretty much like, what are you doing?
Here's my question, though. Would you rather have him wear a UK jersey or the Mexico jersey? Because that's who was playing yesterday.
America played yesterday. They got their butts handed to them.
That was a couple of days ago.
No, that was yesterday.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
I thought it was Mexico versus England yesterday.
It was Mexico versus England?
Yeah.
Well, I think you got to wear the England jersey. Right?
I don't know. You might get stabbed.
It's true. I get trafficked wearing the Mexico jersey.
Ooh, fair.
Cartel violence or migrant violence?
And it's soccer.
Yeah.
It's a lose all around.
I just go shirtless personally. I would go
just paint a big USA across your chest
out and just a flag. But that's as far as I got in the story. I thought very disrespectful. very disrespectful. All right, got another story for you here in the lightning round. Joan was talking about this earlier in the show and during her newscast, and I think it's an interesting story. An AI actress was cast in her first feature film, Tilly Norwood. She's going to be Sidney Falco, right? No, never mind. That's the wrong thing. Never mind. Anyway, this AI actress, people are upset. Are you upset about AI actresses?
I don't even consider it an actress.
They're saying it's an actress.
They're saying they can be wrong.
Also, Netflix is resurrecting Gene Wilder from the dead to play Willy Wonka.
I also think that's wrong.
I think it's wrong to resurrect people from the dead.
Yeah.
To a certain extent. How long have they been dead?
Well, let me look it up.
I think there's got to be a window of opportunity there. You gotta wait. You gotta be respectful. So part of me wants to rail against AI movies, and then the other part of me wants to see Batman Continues by Tim Burton. Made in AI.
Interesting.
Like, I think that there are movies out there that should be made in AI because they were supposed to be made in real life and never were. Like, I want to see Nicolas Cage's Superman.
Yeah, but you can make that on your own. But for people
I don't want to do that. I don't want to put in the work. That's what I'm saying.
It's not work. That's the thing.
I want somebody else to do it for me, and then I want to enjoy it.
Also, Gene Wilder passed away in 2016.
I feel like that's enough time then.
The 10 years?
Yeah. We should have a moratorium on it.
Oh.
And
in
then,
remembrance.
Yeah, like a remembrance moratorium, and then you can resurrect him. Plus, did his family sign off on that?
Also, who gets paid for that?
If his family's getting paid, that's fine, right?
I'm a little more for it, yeah. Or I'm not for it, but I guess okay with it.
You'd be okay with that? An all AI movie was screened at the Tribeca Film Festival last month. The movie cost $2,000 to produce. And now a 100% AI actress is about to make her big screen debut in a full-length feature movie called Misaligned. The film marks the full-length AI feature film from Particle 6, which insists it is being designed as a hybrid production using traditional film and TV professionals, including directors, writers, and editors working alongside AI specialists. So it's basically a Toyota Prius of movies. I think that's the best way I can put it into regular people terms.
I think I'd rather drive a Prius.
Would you rather?
I think so.
Somebody said, tell me this. What's the difference between this and Toy Story 5?
For what part?
Just because it's all done with AI and animation.
Well, because the people in Toy Story 5, people drew that. A program is doing the actress stuff.
Did anybody really draw Toy Story 5?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
The figures have to be created.
At one point they were.
Yeah, you still created models from a human brain. Not a...
Couldn't you say the same thing about Tilly Norwood?
No.
Somebody kind of created that. There was some intelligent design.
Kind of, sort of, but not entirely.
I don't know. I'm not against AI. I'm probably not going to watch AI slop if it's like from scratch AI slop, but I probably would watch Michael Keaton and Batman again. Is that fair?
That doesn't surprise me.
11:56 Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Hey, what's up? It's Chris Hand here from my friends at USS, United Structural Systems. Now, if you're noticing cracks in your walls, uneven floors, or a driveway that is starting to sink, this is not a home issue. This is a peace of mind issue. And if you ignore it, it's only going to get worse. And who you call to fix it, that absolutely matters. So I'm going to recommend United Structural Systems because they've been doing the work since 1994 right here in Tennessee. No scare tactics, no quick fixes, real inspections, honest answers, and solutions that are built to last. So whether it's foundation repair, crawl space issues, or concrete leveling for your driveway or patio, USS is going to use engineered systems designed for long-term performance, not temporary patchwork. And here's what stands out. If you don't need the work, you know what they're going to say? sir, you don't need the work. If you do need the work, they'll show you exactly why before anything starts. They're offering some financing options, so give them a call, see what they can work out for you. Visit USSTN.com or pick up the phone, 615-488-7855, 615-488-7855. United Structural Systems, committed to their customers, invested in what matters most. They are USSTN.com.